105 from Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. And the Hurricanes had their third game with the Gators rained out. Miami dropped the first two in the series. Next, the Canes will host Bethune on Wednesday night. Finally, at Inter Miami, who came from behind to beat Orlando 4-2. Next up, Miami will head to D.C. on Saturday. Joe, good morning.
Good morning, Woody. And great, man. Great to be here. Ready to go. Monday morning, so much stuff going on. My God, you could have done an update for about 25 minutes this morning with everything going on. A lot of news down in Coral Gables, some good, some bad. As you just said, the Canes get another win and make it look easy. And, of course, the Canes baseball team stepped up in competition, played a really good Gators team, and end up losing those two games. And, as you said, didn't get a chance to play that third game. We got a lot of combine stuff that we'll jump on today. Heat get a nice home win. I told you, man, they got two personalities. Yeah, they had a good personality the other night, 115-105 over Houston. And, again, nice win there. Got now, Woody, before we get rolling here, because you're right. You've been on this too. Tuesday and Thursday, you got Brooklyn. They got 15 wins. You got a chance to get the 5 games over 500. It's been a while. You've been dancing around just a game or two, sometimes 3 games over 500. You got to win those 2 games. Tuesday and Thursday, home against Brooklyn. And, sleeping in your own bed at night. You got to win both those games. We also got a chance to see Bam and Khalil Ware. I know Spo's fighting it, man. He's fighting it from time to time. But, hey, look at that. You might be on to something. 29 minutes. Khalil Ware 13 and 15 in the game. Bam 24 and 11. Both guys nice little doubles there for that. And then last night, what a heartbreaker, man. The Panthers jump out 2-0 right off the bat, looking great. And then Reinhardt fall behind. Reinhardt ties it at 4-4 with 2 minutes left. And then with just 31 seconds left in the game, the Islanders score. So the Panthers don't get the point. And at least to get it to overtime, they lose out on that and end up losing their second straight game, the first of a 4-game road trip for them. And, so these have been the games they usually the last 3 years have won, right? They find ways to win late. They come back. They beat you in overtime. They beat you in a shootout. They outscore you and have a big comeback in the third period, and it just did not happen for them last night. So they come up short and desperately need wins here to get rolling in this thing. And as I said before, we had something happen yesterday. I was just happened to be my wife's on the injured list still. Been 2 weeks for her. Don't ever rip your hamstring. So she's so I've been hanging out at the house a little extra time here to watch lots of sporting events. So I see the last 3 holes of the PGA National event up there in Palm Beach. I go, it's in our backyard. Let me see. First of all, I was curious who was playing, which a lot of big guys did not play in. And Shane Lowry's playing. I like Shane Lowry. Matter of fact, I like most of those guys from over there. I do. All those guys, fun-loving, got that little gut, and they're just fun-loving, beer-drinking, good beer, the strong stuff. Just really good players, play great in the Ryder Cup. Just all seem like likable guys. They do. The whole group of them over there. So I see he's got a nice three-stroke lead. I go, man, I'm going to watch this. This is going to be good. Shane Lowry, 3-stroke lead, 3 holes to go. Now, it's windy up there. It can be rough. He goes double bogey on 16, double bogey on 17, and then finishes with a par. They said that's the first time that he's been on this tour over here that he's had back-to-back double bogeys. First time. So that 3-shot lead was gone, and Nico Echeverria gets the win, $1.7 million. And that little, I don't know how else to say it. I hate saying it. I hate saying choke. But those two, and by the way, those 2 shots, they look like a 12 handicapper. they went straight right. There was no, like, the swing did not look right. So he ends up finishing second, loses about $1 million on the little hiccup there in the last couple of holes. So then I got to stay around to hear what he has to say, because you got to face the music, and he did. I mean, he's classy. He said, "Hey, man, and then they're bringing up other history lessons of other leads he's had over here in the PA. He goes, "No, the guy beat me in that one, but I fell apart in this one. Just fell apart," which sounds better. He just fell apart. It was just weird because the guy's so good. He's been so good on the Ryder Cup stuff with a hell of a lot more pressure than he was out there playing with that 3-stroke lead. Just incredible stuff, man. Hey, that's stuff that keeps us around, man. Especially in golf. Guys got in a big tournament or a regular PGA event with all these young, talented guys, man. You go like, all right, you're either 3 down or you're 3 up. Let's see what you have. Let's see can you hold on to it. I'm always curious. Do you change your mindset? You start thinking differently, and do you change your style of play? Does your swing change a little bit because you got a few little demons running around in your head? Things happen, man. That's part of sports that we see a lot, and we saw one right here in South Florida yesterday on a Sunday. It was, hey, man, part of watching sports, right? Guy make Woody? We talked about this a few weeks ago. This University of Miami player jumps up and hits 3 free throws to win a game on the road. Needed all 3 to win the game. Makes all 3. Bam. That's clutch. They say what? Anybody can warm up and go out in the gym and shoot free throws and make 10 in a row. When you play basketball, you're a basketball player. Now how do you feel after you played 25 minutes and it's at the end of the game and everybody's screaming and booing and running around and trying to, make noise and hoping you'll see them? They're waving under the basket. And how do your arms feel to go up there and make 3 free throws or a pair of free throws? And it's part of what's cool about sports, man. See who plays well under pressure and who doesn't, who makes the throw, who makes the catch, who makes the big tackle, and everything else going on and on for every sport. 2 outs, 2 strikes, who can come up with the big hit late in a game. So all those things that pop up. We've got all kinds of combine news to get to here, man, as we do this. And it really is an overreaction, and I'm going to be the first to tell you, because I don't know what percentage of those workouts that I just saw, and we're the worst. The media are the worst, especially the people that cover it for a living. You guys, I love it. Well, this guy really helped his stock. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I got caught watching a lot of 40-yard dashes over the last few days. I did. First to admit it. Love watching guys that can run real fast. Bo and I were talking about this. Nothing like watching cornerbacks and wide receivers, even these athletic linebackers and pass rushers, just how much bigger and faster they are. Yeah, that's all that stuff's really impressive. But I got to tell you, if you're drafting off that, which they're not, by the way, none of the 32 teams, those days are long gone. In the old days, we did have guys get drafted a lot higher off the combine workouts, and where they got stars at everything they did, jumping higher, lifting 225 more, ran some freakish 40, the quick times around the cones. It's great. It's great. But most of what you're watching better be on those playoff games, on guys that you like and see how they did against really good competition. But yeah, man, oh my God, this guy had a great workout, had a bad workout, did this guy didn't work out. Yeah, a lot of top picks don't work out. That's nothing new. That's been going on forever. You know what? I'm a really high pick. I'll see you on pro day. That's the only time. Now, we had some guys that did work out. I don't believe it affects anybody's stock who works out there and who doesn't. Because I've listened to this for years. Just like we used to talk about guys not finishing the season with their college team, it's going to hurt them. Teams are going to think they don't love football. Yeah? Now I see nobody's playing in those friggin' games that don't mean anything if you're not going to the playoffs. How many guys that are high draft picks are playing in a game in some fluff bowl out there. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. So these workouts, and listen, man, there were some fast cats. I mean, fast cats. My TV told me they were fast. The times on the TV told me sometimes they're even faster with some of the times these guys ran. 21 players were under 4.4. 4.39 or better. 21 players. I mean, that used to be like you ran into threes. That was like, wow. And now, and these guys train for it. A lot of them have track backgrounds. By the way, a lot of them were good players, not necessarily first-round players that ran some of these. Hell, we had 3 guys run in the 2s. Can you imagine? Now, I got to tell you, I don't know how that's going to, what their NFL career is going to look like, but I do have great respect for anybody that goes under 4.3. That is sick. That's next thing you do after that 4.2 is you just put your hands out and you run and you start taking off, man, into the air. That's a different speed. There is no question about that. So that's pretty crazy times. We got a lot of news on this. Ty Simpson, who did all the workout stuff, and of course you know the deal. He looks real good, and now this Mendoza thing is starting to pick up steam for a lot of people. And if he was in another draft, where would he be? He's not. I love these dudes that are doing all these shows, and again, that's part of what this is about. But we knock all the top picks. Mendoza's getting ripped. We got Ruben Bain getting ripped for arms being too short. And all they do is win. Now, I listen to guy Yahoo. The Yahoo's got these insiders. I like Yahoo. Yahoo's got all kinds of stuff. I like going to Yahoo for sports and all the top stories of the day for everything. Whatever your cup of tea is, man, they got everything, right? Political stuff. They got it all. You can go there and they'll give you an update on everything around the world or weather or anything else you might care about. But they're sitting there critiquing Mendoza for being on a good team. I go, what? Joe Burrow, maybe the greatest offense of all time. Anybody saying that about Joe Burrow when he came out? And I'm not saying Mendoza's Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had all first-round picks around him. Hey, nobody had a more talented offense than Joe Burrow. That thing, you go back and look at the dudes that played on that team, that thing, starting with how many number 1 picks did he have on the outside that have been some of the best receivers in the NFL? And it's crazy. So great workouts. Oh, this guy really helped his stock, which hey, listen, doesn't hurt it. No question about it. But fast guys are going to run fast at that. Like some of these guys that ran real fast, what we call them the 4.3 club, they probably had a pretty good idea. They're going to run a 4.3 club. And the real fast cats were hoping if I get off and everything's perfect, I'm going to slip into the 2s, which is different animal. Yeah, different. I mean, that makes you emotional. There are some guys that got emotional when they ran under 4.3. No question about it. So we've got some news with our general manager. We'll talk about the Messi show was back and strong last night in Orlando. And so we've got all kinds of stuff, a little Tua stuff this morning as well as we're getting closer, man. And I might as well tell you, guess what's right around the corner? NFL free agency. Yep, that's right. March 11th starts the NFL free agency. But it starts earlier than that because negotiations start 2 days earlier, and you're going to start hearing about where everybody's going. Not on March 11th. That thing will damn near be done with the top guys. They'll have a good idea where they're going. Matter of fact, I'd be willing to bet that stuff's already started at the Combine a week early with guys and agents meeting with the teams, already getting an idea and an idea in the money part too, which is obviously a big part of this deal. So we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about John Eric Sullivan and trying to get this thing healthy again, man. You know what I mean, healthy? The salary cap, because it's been beat up, and it's time to pay. We'll have more on all that stuff straight ahead. But first, I do want to take a moment this morning on a Monday morning. Hope you got a chance to get out to your South Florida Chevy dealers. You know what? Every day I like to pick, now that I've been with the Chevy family for over 20 years, I like to always pick one of my favorites. And today, my favorite is a midsize Traverse. Yep. You know, we talk about cars, trucks, and SUVs in 2026. We got some great looks across the board. We do. But daily, we have an MVP that's a little special. As I'm getting real close to knocking down from a Tahoe to a Traverse, I'm just looking to maybe downsize a little bit, and that Traverse is so good looking. I think I'm about ready to make that jump. So I wanted to share that with you. But I will tell you, when it comes to cars, trucks, and SUVs, your South Florida Chevy dealers have never looked better. Hey, I want to introduce you to the A-lister of SUVs that Chevy fans are just going crazy for. The 2026 Chevy Blazer, perfect mix of capability, comfort, and confidence, spacious enough to drive, and for the big family, it's got all the room you need. And then on top of all that, what a great look. Yeah, a lot of people talking about capability, comfort, and confidence you get with style. Oh my gosh, it's got everything. Eye-catching stuff, man. New year, new points of view, and new places and new adventures. It's a perfect time to hit the open road in a new Chevy. And if you haven't been there for a while, 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today.
Today's topics are sponsored
do what you want to do within the salary cap. That means you have to kick things down the road. We're in a position, without speaking specifically, I think we're in a position where we need to get back into a healthy state within our salary cap. So yeah, I mean, I think anytime you look around the league, there are teams that kick the can down the road every week. So can you? Yes. Will we? I'm not here to say that.
Right on. John Eric Sullivan, way to go, man. God, that's refreshing to hear. That's our general manager talking about. If you couldn't read between the lines well enough, we have just destroyed the salary cap, and it's time to pay. Been saying that, Woody. I think we've done a pretty good job of explaining all that debt we have to pay off now, better known as dead money. Anything dead is never good. Dead money. And we got a lot of it. We got a record amount of it, matter of fact, that's got to be cleaned up, especially when you got guys that aren't very good that are carrying dead money. And so, John Eric Sullivan, man, go get him, brother. 100% behind you. Got to be done. Got to be cleaned up. Moving on. I'm not getting into who did it, why. You know who the characters are. They're gone. And it's time to move on, man, and get it cleaned up. So, there will be a time when March 11th rolls around and the start of NFL free agency, which actually starts a few days earlier, actually starts at the Combine. But officially, March 11th is the date, and we will not be players in that. Now, if they really, as you heard him, he's right. If we want to kick some more down the road, we can. But boy, if we do it, it's got to be somebody really, really special. But when I listened to him say that, Woody, I started thinking, because we are in such terrible financial shape right now, it can get cleaned up quickly. It's not like it's for 20 years. I started thinking about the one guy that we talk a lot about, Malik Willis, who they know. I'm guessing if they like him, they're going to make a run at him. I don't know if it's going to be a lot, but they're going to make a run at him. They may try to get creative and try to do it short term. But that's what I wonder about, what's going to happen with Malik Willis March 9th, 10th, 11th, in those days. When you can negotiate, I am really curious. And we'll find out how John Eric Sullivan and the coaching staff feel. They've been around him. Is he a Band-Aid? Is he a guy that's got major upside? Have you seen enough being with him every day that he can be franchise quarterback? Is that over the top? Can he be a really good, just outside a franchise quarterback? Can he get a guy to help you kind of get your team turned around because he's still a young guy? Or are you just looking at him and going, it was nice, saw him every day in the practice squad, giving my defense a good look in Green Bay, but no, not crazy about him. So we'll find out. Saying Arizona, probably going to like him a lot too. They got ties to Green Bay. So anybody that's been in Green Bay knows all about him, right? They see him every day. They see you with a good day and a bad day, and you will have bad days and good days. If you play football, it's going to happen. There's no way around it. And nobody going out and being perfect every day. Just not going to happen. So those are big dates coming up, and we don't have – everybody's written this and knows you can do the math that if you're sitting around waiting some guy you like when the list comes out, the lists are out, top 50 free agents, we're going to be more guys getting cut. A lot of guys are being released from teams for salary cap relief purposes right now. It's going to happen a lot, so teams can be players in free agency. We're going to have trouble. If it's about money for guys, good players, if they're about money, they're not going to be coming here. We're cleaning it up. This is going to be a really, really young team. It's going to be made up, a lot of it, from last year's draft and this year's draft. Don't be surprised if 3, 4, 5 rookie free agents make this team. Because now all of a sudden, if I'm a top rookie free agent, and I got 10 teams calling me, you're not worried about going someplace like, hey, am I going to win a championship? You want to get a chance to play. You want to get your career going. This is going to be a really attractive place for the guys. What we call them, we would have called them in my day was 12 rounds, 8th, 9th, 10th round picks, right? Since it only goes to 7, you're a guy on our board, and everybody's got their top 7 round board and who they like, and they'll go back and with a little signing bonus money or a lot in today's world. Some of these guys do make, some of these rookie free agents can make a couple of $100,000, but we'll have a chance to get those guys. But that's going to be a lot of it. And they still got to make some decisions. And there's going to be a group of guys we're waiting to see if they're going to be released or traded in March, or if they're going to be released or traded in June to whatever gives you the most relief, cap space relief. So a lot of stuff, by the way, I have never tried to completely understand, but I do understand the dates and relief, and we got signing bonuses coming due for guys that we're already paying too much money to. And so those are decisions that John Eric Sullivan sitting down with the cap folks trying to come up with some answers on what they're going to do. And that's what we have. So it's a really, really interesting situation with this whole thing that's going on right now. And the draft's going to be our big thing, fellas, gang, ladies. That's going to be the big thing. You're getting up early this morning. This thing is going to be about the draft. And outside of the quarterback that they had in Green Bay, I think we're all curious to see what's going to happen. Yeah. And the other part of this, for me, and we're going to get more into the draft from over the weekend, and all the top guys, well, most of them were there. Even the guys didn't work out, did go. Is where does Tua end up? If he's not here, which is a long shot in my opinion, where does he go? And who's interested? He's going to have teams interested. I don't think that all the teams are going to call and say, and they're not going to spend a lot of money on him, but there's going to be some teams that can be interested. You're always looking to get a guy who can help you win games, and if you got the right weapons around him, he can help you. Indoor teams will, and there's a bunch of them. We'll talk about that when we come back, and a lot more on the University of Miami guys. Carson Beck's day as well. Ty Simpson also going to be an interesting one, man. You
hear Carson Beck getting booed out there?
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe need to keep fans out of that thing.
No, they started adding fans a few years ago. They can buy tickets and go now.
What are they booing for?
I don't know. They won the friggin' game. I'm not sure because didn't shake hands with Carson Beck. Didn't go and shake hands with the other team, with Mendoza and those guys.
Okay.
So he got booed. But hell, they won the game. I get booing him if he beat you on that last drive, but he didn't.
I saw one of the clips of his throw, and he's throwing. There's obviously no one covering the receiver. And they go, "Oh, what a beautiful throw!"
He made some good throws. He did.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would expect him to be able to make those throws, though, right?
Yeah, but you're throwing to guys that are all different speeds and run around. You like your own guys. That's why everybody likes throwing at their pro day, man. That's where, by the way, you have a bad pro day as a quarterback.
Pro day's going to be good this year.
Oh, hey.
That'd be a good one.
Hey,
huh?
Guess what, man? The NFL's going to be here this year, isn't it, Woody?
You would think.
Hey, man, when
I saw, by the way, one of those mock drafts had Mesidor come in here.
Oh, no. I think all the guys are in play. I think you've got.
That would make you very proud, wouldn't it? Because you've been on the Mesidor train for a long time here.
I think if we got Maui Noah and either one of the pass rushers.
Why don't you get both?
No, one of the two.
They had us taking Mesidor first.
No, but Maui Noah's been on half the mock drafts coming here too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So anyway, hey Woody, let's go to
any preference, or you don't care?
Don't care. I'd love to have a UM guy on the team though. Love to get a little
offense,
flavor.
Defense, base. You need both, right?
We need. Hey man, we got a lot of areas. They can't go wrong because they got a bunch of open areas right now of this team that desperately need young talent. I got to tell you, pass rushing, it's empty right now. Hey, right now, I'll tell you what, we are right around the corner from another hurricane season. And all I can tell you is this, Chev always says it's so true, man. He's got me saying it now. Hey, you never know what hurricane season is going to be like. The last few years, we've been lucky here in South Florida. They all start towards us, but they've been bending either left or right. We've been in pretty good shape. But, hey, man, it's just a matter of time. That's why the one thing you can do is protect your home with the best products, Loctite impact windows, doors, and roofing. Old leaky roof, replace your old roof now and you can pay later. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality roofing materials with lifetime warranty plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Say big on their legendary state-of-the-art impact windows and doors. Impact windows as low as $6 per window per month installed. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com or call 954-500-LOCK, covering all of South Florida. Great products and a team ready to help you answer all your questions and get the whole process started before hurricane season. Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing.
Tech
we're going to get into. We've got a lot of stuff, a lot of news, Carson Beck news throughout there. What's with these idiots, man, from Indiana? Booing Carson Beck for what? You guys wanted to win by more than that one touchdown? You won. They're booing the kid. Like he went out with one of their daughters and kept her out too long at night. Pulled the old Joe Rose trick. Hey, anyway, we've got a lot to get to here, and we got to get to them right now. Ron McGill, man, you said you had a surprise for me. You said you had a surprise, and I get up one morning, and by the way, it was great to see, like, right there at the top for new. And it says a lot about you. The way the media treated it and how important you've been to our community. And you took the high road, my friend, and I'm here to back you if that's what we're doing, because usually they're losing somebody that can't be replaced. You just can't be replaced. And now, but the great part is Dade County can control the next guy a lot, and so now they'll be happy to get him right off the bat. Tell them you're our bitch, and that's the way it's going to be. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, listen,
nice to have you, bud. Thank
always
you. And
thank
congratulations
you, Joe.
on everything.
46 years is a long time, Joe.
It is. It's a nice run.
Years, especially working for
It
government.
is a good run.
It's a good run. It was a good run, and I'm really appreciative.
You're right.
I'm really
It's
appreciative.
not like
for
you
the
gave you 6 years and said, hey, you're out.
46
You're
years.
getting too big here.
46 years is a long time. And you know what? Listen, I'm not leaving the zoo because I got this the foundation created a position for me where I can go now and do the things I love to do. I'm going to be leading their travel program. I'm going to be taking our supporters to Africa, to India, to all these places, doing that kind of stuff. I'm going to be working on my conservation endowment, which is the thing that's most important to me in my entire career, is be able to provide support for conservation programs in the wild. Joe, the bottom line is, if the zoo is the last place that these animals can live, then zoos have failed, and what should be their number one priority. Right. It's ensuring that these animals can live in the wild, man. Yeah. I would never support taking an animal out of the wild and putting it in captivity unless it's the last-ditch effort to save that individual animal or to save the species. Otherwise,
that's funny. We never hear that, and you're right on the money.
I would never support that. It's wrong. There's no reason to take an animal out of the wild and put it in captivity unless that animal is going to die otherwise.
Right.
Okay, it's to save a life. So I want to be able to work on that. I didn't come to work at the zoo to work for an attraction, to build these multi-million-dollar exhibits and say, oh, come see the exhibit. No, I want to save these animals in the wild. And the foundation has created this position where I can do that now. Yeah. So I'm just moving my office from one building right next door to the next building.
Excellent.
And I get to do the things without the constraints and the bureaucracy of government.
Yeah. No, man. I'm with you. I think it's fantastic. It was just, it was weird, man. I got up on that morning.
Well, Joe, come on. I told you.
No, you did.
I told you. I told my friends ahead of time. I told my friends ahead of time.
And I go, Marga, come here. That day's here.
I couldn't, I was freaked out at the response. I didn't think anybody was really going to care about that. And all of a sudden, this thing just blew up. I drove into the zoo the next morning after I announced it, and there's 3 live trucks in front of the zoo. And I went, oh my God, a lion got out. Somebody got killed. What's going on? I go to the guy.
Thinking something crazy.
Some crazy happened. There's 3 live trucks in front of the zoo at 6:00 in the morning. I'm going, what happened? Why are you guys here? And one of the photos goes, for you, dummy. I go, what? Yeah. I go, we're breaking the news that you are retiring. I go, well, this is not news. I'm 46 years in one place. I'm just moving on. That's it. It's not news. So I was really touched.
You've been a great place, though, for a lot of people to go. And when they go there,
but Joe, I always felt guilty getting credit for things I don't deserve. It's like, it's like when you catch that touchdown pass that wins a game, and all of a sudden they say, look, Joe Rose, well, he won the game. Joe's going, no, you know what? Those guys who blocked for me, these guys who threw, and I'm a storyteller, the story of the people that you never see or hear. And I feel guilty getting credit that they should be getting.
Right.
Been
a great zoo, though. Is a great zoo.
Listen, really I've had a great run. I've been really proud to be part of it, and I'm still going to be part of it. So it's great that way.
So it's been a couple weeks. How's it been? Anything feel different? Getting up in the morning feel different?
Yeah, it does. It feels a lot more liberating. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I can really, be myself, and then what are they going to do? Fire me?
No.
I can be more like Joe Rose, man. That's what I like. I can be more like Joe Rose.
Don't go on double secret probation. That's not good. It's not a good place. Don't do that.
It's been great. I'm looking forward to, starting in June. I want to start with the foundation. I want to take a couple of weeks off between, when I leave and just relax. And I just got back from New York. I just took my wife on this incredible, we celebrated my birthday and our anniversary out there. I had an incredible time up there. Just got back late last night. So listen, I'm living the dream, Joe. I can't believe I've been getting paid to do things that people pay to do for that.
Yeah. Well,
But listen, I'm here not for that.
That's what we had to get to.
There we go. I don't want to talk about that. That's old news. I want to talk about Friday, baby. Feast with the Beast. You got to come one of these years, Joe. You got to come Friday night. It's the greatest party on the planet. It's 30, 40 of the best restaurants in South Florida. They set up at the zoo, open bars with Bacardi, incredible entertainment. We got some animals. We're going to feed the tiger. Wild Fork is coming out there to feed the tiger live with some big steaks. The flamingos are out. You'll meet some ambassador animals. Get restaurants, Apocalypse Barbecue, Golden Rule Seafood, Wild Fork, all kinds of great restaurants. Shoot, the best food, all you can eat, all you can drink, all included.
Wow. And you're going to have the animals putting a show on too.
Well, the tiger's going to be getting fed live. Yes, the tiger's getting fed live by Wild Fork.
How's that?
We string it up. We put it on a big string and we put it out there. Yeah, and it goes out there. Let the tiger out to do that. So it's fun. The flamingos are out. And the flamingos are all courting now. You see them all. They're dancing and all that.
I always love that when you come in the front there.
Yeah. No, so it's really it's a great party, and it's not black tie. You can dress. Listen, we don't want you to come in jeans and a t-shirt. Come dress nice, but you can wear comfortable shoes. It's all lit up at night. The zoo transforms at night. You get transported to a whole different place at night. If you're lucky, you hear the lions,
right,
as you're having your food and having your drink. Man, I'll tell you what.
So how does everybody get this information to go to the
Go to zoomiami.org, Feast with the Beast, or you can go to www.fwtb.org. Feastwiththebeast.org, just fwtb.org. Get the tickets there. I think it's like $250. But guys, it's all you can drink, all you can eat. It's unbelievable. Best restaurants in town, all throughout the zoo. It's not like going to that same ballroom, sit down at the same table, listening to people do speeches. No speeches. Yeah. No speeches. You're drinking, you're eating, you're having fun, and mingling. It's the best networking event in town.
Yeah. No, it sounds great. And then you said on top of it, it's not like a big sporting event where everybody that's in a political office gets to
there you go. Nobody gets up to talk to a microphone. We're not doing any of that garbage.
Want to thank them. And
that's right. Yeah. No, and then they want to talk about how great they are. Exactly. Yeah, none of that.
Oh man, well that sounds great. That just it's been a great event. You're going to stay involved with this?
Yeah. I'm going to continue. The foundation is the people who put on that event.
Great.
So I'm going to be there. Listen, like I said, my office is moving from one building right next door to the next building, and I'm still going to be there, still being able to do stuff. I just don't have to deal with the red tape and the bureaucracy. It's going to be liberating.
Yeah. Hey, so you brought up something we haven't talked about this, and I'm just curious. The Everglades.
Yeah.
What kind of shape the Everglades in right now?
Listen, it's getting better, Joe. I'm going to be honest with you. It's getting better. This drought is tough right now. We're going through a tough drought that's getting some bad pressure on there. But the larger picture is things are getting better. The restoration is doing its job. Flamingos are starting to come back. It's in the state legislature right now. They're getting ready to make the flamingo the state bird of Florida because they've come back. They come back and they're staying. And that's a great sign. Some of the bird populations are really starting to grow back up. Listen, I'm a guy who always looks at the glass half full. And I think the restoration work that's going on in Everglades has been very positive. There's still a lot of challenges, but it's the greatest single restoration project in the history of the world, Joe.
Yeah. Iguanas. We got the cold weather again.
Got the cold weather, wiped out a bunch, but they're going to come back.
They're going to come back stronger.
But what's going to happen?
It was empty though. I went for that first walk after, and I went, "Where the hell are they?"
They're coming back. But I'll tell you another thing I'm noticing. The other day I saw a raccoon killing and eating one. Okay. We got a bald eagle that we've documented killing and eating iguanas. So now we got some predators that are starting to say, "Hey, there's a new meal on the buffet." And I think when we start getting those predators starting to understand, that'll help keep that population in balance.
Wow. How we doing the snake part?
No, that's going to be worse. That's the problem. That's going to be a lot worse.
No way to control that.
No way.
When you have 9,000 eggs at a time.
Exactly. And you got these animals that can go out in the Everglades and disappear under the water, and they disappear. They're hard to find. They are adjusting very well. The problem with pythons, unless we get some kind of what I call a species-specific pathogen, some kind of illness that only attacks pythons, okay, which could happen, we're not going to have a control there. That's a big problem.
Are alligators holding their own out there?
Alligators are holding their own. The pythons aren't killing all the alligators. Alligators are also killing pythons. It's a 50-50, depends on the size of the animal, Wow. But listen, Florida is the Ellis Island of exotic animals, man. People have these animals as pets. They let them go. And, you do that in Michigan. You do that in New York, Chicago. It's dead the first winter. You do that here in South Florida. It's club med, baby.
Keep going.
They keep on going.
Yeah. It's wild for sure. Hey, so anyway, do we have bears out there?
Yeah, we got bears. We got bears in the Gully. I've seen them myself. I photographed them myself, and they're not these monsters that people make them out to be. They came up with this bear hunt thing, which I was not for at all. I'm not against hunting. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against hunting. I'm against hunting strictly to kill, for trophies. I'm against that. But bears are out there, and the Florida bear is the smallest of the bears in the United States. It's the least aggressive of the bear. I've come across bears many times in the wild, never had a problem. They look at me and they go the other way.
Right.
Never turn and run. Never turn your back and run if you see a bear. That's a bad move.
You don't have to worry. You probably won't see me out there very often, so it's pretty safe. I have great respect for the water, the Everglades, all those things.
You're an athlete. You can run fast.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's a real slow walk, actually, these days. So, anyway, it's so great to have you on, bud. Can you give it to me again? Feast
with the Beast. Go to www.fwtb.org, and you'll get your tickets there. 30, 40 of the best restaurants in Florida, open bars and entertainment, seeing animals, transformed at night. The zoo is like no other fundraiser you'll go to. You don't have to sit at a specific table. You don't have to listen to any speeches. You're just partying, having fun, networking with another 800, 900 people there.
Yeah, that's great, man. It's great. This Friday night.
March 6th, you got it.
You don't have plans, plan on coming out there and being involved. Ron, man, it's great having you, brother.
Always great seeing you, Joe.
Thank you, man. And
you're my brother from another mother, man.
Wish you only the best from everything through the years that we've been through, brother. It's been fantastic. We're going to take a quick break. We got 7:00 hour coming up. Stay with us.
WQ
BuyNewKia.com, starting with the Panthers, who fell to the Islanders 5-4. Cats gave up the game winner with 31 seconds left. Next up, the Panthers will head to Jersey to play the Devils tomorrow night. Over to baseball, the Marlins will continue spring training today against the Cardinals. The first pitch is at 1:05 from Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. And the Hurricanes had their third game with the Gators rained out. Miami dropped the first two in the series. Next, the Canes will host Bethune on Wednesday night. Finally, to enter Miami, who came from behind to beat Orlando 4-2. Next up, Miami will head to D.C. on Saturday. Joe, we'll go back to you.
All right, Woody. Yeah, lots of stuff going on there. Good to see the Heat get a real nice win against Houston on Saturday to get to 32-29 with back-to-back games coming up Tuesday and Thursday against Brooklyn, who's got 15 wins on the season. You got to win those two games. Just absolutely, I don't care how you need to win those two games. And Panthers, boy, a rough one. Lose that game last night in regulation with 31 seconds left. And it's two straight losses. First of four on the road for them. And so we'll have lots of combine stuff as well coming up here that we'll talk about. And the Canes basketball team gets another real nice win, man. 23-6. 12-4 in the ACC. Woody, I think that's third best record right now in the ACC, if I'm not mistaken. At SMU Wednesday, and then home. That's going to be a wild one. Louisville's got a really good basketball team, so Saturday at home against Louisville.
That's it.
And then that's it in the ACC tournament. And then we'll find out when, where, what seed you'll be for the big dance. Anyway, we'll be talking to Andrew Moran a little bit, Canes assistant coach, director of player development, about the team and about the future and everything else with Canes basketball right now. A lot of good things going on there with that. And the combine finishing up as we've got free agent. Boy, I'll tell you what, this thing, Woody, does any league have it down better year-round than the National Football League? We're going to start seeing some guys. It's already happening. Can't trade them, so you're releasing guys. Everybody's going to have, well, not everybody. A lot of teams going to be doing it. Then on top of that, free agency where you can start signing those guys. You can guys that get cut, you can sign anytime. But free agency begins right around the corner. That thing's going to be jumping here as they get all set up for next week for that. And find out what is going to happen with a lot of different players and see what happens. Negotiations 2 days earlier, March 9th for that. So John Eric Sullivan has made it real clear that we need. I think these were his words. We need to get back into a healthy salary cap state. And he goes, "Hey man, you guys all know the deal, and I get it. And everybody wants to know what's going on with Tua." And where he's going to end up and what's going to happen. I get it. That's the only time. I was at the DCC. You talk about football country. The DCC, which, by the way, just a fantastic event on Saturday. Just ended up spending the day there. It was great. You're just no hurry to leave. And I was a little gassed on that walk, though, Woody. It was a little warm out there. Might want to try drinking water next time I walk that thing. Probably a good idea. But, man, what a nice event. Just a really, really good event. But everybody asking, hey, what's going on with Tua? What are they going to do with Tua? When's Tua going to be gone? You think they're going to keep Tua? And we'll know soon. You don't think our general manager's getting tired of talking about that one? And they go, by the way, you're going to have to decide what you want to do with Tua.
We were just talking about it back here. It's like these interviews and people are just trying so hard to get someone to get, either him or the coach to say something negative about Tua.
Yeah.
Like they ask the same question 50 different ways. It's like, please just give us a headline.
Well, I will tell you one thing. John Eric Sullivan and Coach Hafley are on the same page. They say the same thing every time they're asked. They stay on the company line. Nobody's off it.
Yeah,
nothing.
But look, man, they inherited the problem. They didn't create the problem.
Correct. Yes.
So, let it work itself. Like, obviously, they don't think Tua is very good, right? I mean, nobody does.
When he walked in that meeting,
I mean,
and they go, "Hey, I'm here to find out, basically what you guys can do with me. And I know how much you owe me. It's a lot. Am I coming back?" And they're pretty honest. You don't tell franchise quarterbacks, "We're not sure what we're going to do with you right now."
There's no question how they
good.
feel about him.
Yes.
It's the same way everybody who watches football feels about them, unless you're a member of that fan club still, and you just, blind to everything. But I think everyone around the league probably has the same feeling about him, that he's at best a backup.
Well, again, I think he's going to find a team, but either way,
I still think he's a very, rough option at backup, but
yeah, I don't. I disagree with that. But listen, bottom line is the money we're going to end up paying if they do somehow trade him, which I think probably got a better shot of getting released. But the Dolphins are going to spend. They're going to pay most of this guaranteed money. It's going to get paid by the Miami Dolphins, and that's it. So where does Tua end up? They got, all the teams. By the way, I loved it. The first 4 teams I saw were the Falcons, the Vikings, the Cardinals, and the Colts. Woody, what do they all have in common? Falcons, Vikings, Cardinals, and Colts. They all have one thing in common. And I'm saying their teams are all a little different. All indoor. All indoor, where weather conditions for half your schedule are perfect conditions indoors.
Yeah, but you can't do that though, because what if you need the guy to play and it happens to be a road game, or what if it happens to be a play? Like you can't do that just because they play most of their games in a dome.
I think
just such a weird situation.
Well, you know what he can and can't do. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. And by the way, the other teams, you don't think they're all checking in because he can be a really accurate passer, but everybody wants to know, like, so there's all kinds of Tua theories out there. And honestly, this is not bashing this Tua, and I've done my share. But, a lot of people thought he got his money and just said, "I got my money. I'm good." I don't think he did that. I think he lost some of his confidence. I think he got so coached up about, you can't get hit. We need you to play 17 games. I think that started affecting the way he ran, the way he was in the pocket. And you just can't play that way. You just can't. I get there's a chance, and those quarterbacks are getting knocked out every week. That just happens. There's no way around it. Even, God, they can't add any more rules to protect the quarterback. They've got more. Now the rule they got, if you fall on the guys, you're tackling them and sacking them. If you put your weight on them and they think it's on purpose and you don't try to tackle them to the side, they're calling a penalty for that. The guys are still getting hurt, right? We got guys that slide late. They take the hit that way. We got guys that are getting hit in the head from the pocket, taking high shots. You still got a lot of quarterbacks getting hurt, even though they've never been as protected as they are right now. And so I was going to rehabilitation with my wife, and we were talking to these people that do it for a living, and some of those concussions, when you curl up, that's bad stuff, man. So we went through that years ago. I know it's been a while since, we were worried and fans were screaming he should retire, and they were mad at the team for letting him play. And remember, we did those shows, Woody? It wasn't too long ago. We were doing those shows, and it's not the team. The team can't make him quit. The doctors have signed off, and what doctor signed off? We want him fired, and all the craziness. But I am curious to see if he does play for somebody. Does he get a chance to play? What's he look like with a fresh start?
Look, man, we've had a very unpleasant run of 15 years now between Tannehill and this guy.
Yeah.
They've been a really rough, mediocre, and Tannehill, you never even felt like you had a shot. Like this guy, yes, you felt like you had a shot because they put really decent teams together. for, I don't know, what'd you feel for a year or two that they had a shot?
No, the 2023 team was
they were doing stuff we hadn't seen before, and it looked,
team was
you know,
good.
and
Hell, they're going
everyone
for the
loved Mike, and he's got the cools, you know, the swagger and all that stuff, and then that went away really quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was very short-lived.
Well, we're sitting there. People forget we're getting ready to play the Ravens to see who's going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC, and they smashed us.
Mm.
And we lost some guys. You know, we lost all the pass rushers that year, and so we didn't win another game. We come home, lose to the Bills, and then we lose that first game. Now you got to go play Kansas City in Kansas City, where they were really good.
Cold. That one, in fairness, that was cold.
Thanks, Woody. It was a cold game.
Only Mahomes could throw in that.
Yeah, only Mahomes. Well, there's a couple of them could throw in that, but it was a cold
Not many
day.
though. That one was that was unusually.
Yeah,
cold.
that was a bad one for everybody.
When fans are dying.
Yeah, a couple fans had a little too many cocktails and went out there in that cold weather a little too long. Didn't make it. That's not a good
Couldn't
one.
even put ball on the sideline for that game.
But anyway, so we'll see. But yeah, man, John Eric Sullivan has got a mess to clean up,
but it is getting annoying to listen to people continue to pepper this guy with questions, like just desperately trying to get him to say something negative about Tua.
Well,
and I get that would be like the golden article, you know, or whatever for everyone, right? If he did say something bad about Tua, like if he was like, this guy can't play.
That'd be the lead story.
Yeah.
That would go right to the top.
Yeah.
No matter what else went on in sports, that would go right to the top. And they know
And then
that.
people are trying with
John
these
Eric
anonymous,
Sullivan.
you know, now they get the anonymous stories start to come out, right? Because I guess people are meeting with, you know, people at the combine.
Yeah, they're all talking.
And it's an anonymous coach says,
yeah,
you know, or
what
anonymous assistant GM says this.
Yeah, right. It has their take on
it's always
Tua,
anonymous, though.
And, you know,
never put your name on that.
Same thing going on in Arizona with their quarterback and who would want him and who wouldn't want him and which one of the two would you rather have in the situation of Arizona and the Miami Dolphins. But John Eric Sullivan's handled everything like he's supposed to. He goes, hey, we've talked to him. We've had open communication with him. And his answer told me everything I need to know. We don't know what we're doing with you, man. We're not sure. There's 3 things. We're not sure if we're keeping you. We're not sure if we're cutting you. We're not sure if we're trading you and picking up most of your tab, because that's all you can do. And if I'm a franchise quarterback and I walked out of there, I didn't feel real good about my situation here going forward. Hey, listen, let's be honest. Tua wants a fresh start. Tua would love to get a chance to compete for one of these jobs with a team that needs a quarterback. I don't know which job. This Minnesota thing keeps popping up. And I'm like, what a slap in the face to Brian Flores if they're going, hey, Brian, we just want to give you a heads
happen.
Up. Tua's going to be here.
It'll never happen.
Can you not talk to him?
He'll tell his guys in practice to hit him.
Oh, you Jeez, Woody. You were waiting on that one.
I just don't see that ever happening. Do you?
They would both take the high road in the name of their jobs, but it'd be very awkward because Tua ripped them.
It'll never happen.
Tua jumped that. Speaking of jumping on a good dog pile, when the Brian Flores got dog pile going out the door, boy, Tua made sure he got in on that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be very intrigued to see if he ever starts again. If you're asking me today, gun in the head, I would say no.
Hey, man,
I'd say he never starts another NFL game.
I want to say this. Look, I've been saying this about Brian Flores, who's a defense coordinator again. He's got a big lawsuit going on. I don't know. Maybe he'll win it. But Brian Flores, I never saw that side of Brian Flores. He was great with us, with the team. Great. Sitting in the morning, grab a coffee, you need something, sit and talk to you. I didn't see it. But I will tell you one thing, and I'm not trying to get anything stirred up. When Don Shula and the Miami Dolphins lost a game, he wasn't walking around to everybody saying, hey, how you doing today during the week? When we lost a game, you could tell for 3 solid days that he was in a crappy mood and he wanted the team to know that it's not acceptable. Why are you smiling today? What's so funny? We just got our ass kicked by a team we should have beat. How'd you play? That's how he was. He called you out. You're playing grab ass the way you played last week? Really? You want to go back and look at that again? We lost. We lost. And so Shoes will go, Coach Shula had two parts. He go, look, I don't mind if a team's physically is better than us. If we play our best and we play a clean game, I can live with that. No, he didn't. I always love when Shoes tell you, hey, they were just a better team today. Never heard him say that. He used to tell us that as long as you play hard and this and that. But then no matter who you played, if you lost, he was like, we just gave him that frigging game. And he wasn't the nicest guy to be around the first couple of days of a loss. He wasn't. And I got to tell you, the worst day was the film study day because everybody was accountable in front of the offense. And Arnsey down on the defensive side as a coordinator, he got after guys. And that team meeting, before you even got to that was the warm-up meeting, and that was brutal when we came in after a loss. Nobody goes, man, what a good guy Coach Shula is, man. We lost by 10 on the road, but you know what? Man, he gets it. He just said, we're not even going to worry about this game. Let's move on. Man, he made you. We lost the Super Bowl. We had to come back, and I go, wow, I'm glad that Super Bowl's over. We got kicked around pretty good. Woody, we came back, and the first thing we watched as a team when the team got together, he wasn't done with the Super Bowl from the year before. Like, oh, man, this guy's been thinking about this thing for a while. So that stuff about he wasn't very nice in the hall to guys, I don't know, man. I didn't know anything else. Hell, in college, Mike White wasn't very nice after losses either, and we lost a lot of games. He didn't take him very well. I just thought maybe I had a bad run of coaches that just didn't take losses very well. I just thought that was normal. Hey, Woody, we got more stuff. We got Andrew Moran, Canes assistant coach, director of player development, going to join us. Canes get another win, a nice big win, 76-54 over Boston College to improve to 12-4 in the ACC with 23 wins on the season. We'll talk to him when we come back. But first, I want to talk to you about some very important things that are going on right now that I want to talk to everybody out there about. Hey, listen, not happy, and it's starting to warm up again. Not happy with the air conditioning unit company or air conditioning company you've been dealing with. I just want to let you know there's a president of Chill Zone Air Conditioning, Melissa De Verona, that is fantastic, family-owned and operated. I'm just telling everybody, not happy where you are right now. Anywhere in South Florida, it's getting that time of year. It's going to start warming up again where you're going to have to make a decision on what air conditioning company you're going to call to take care of all your air conditioning problems. From a brand new air conditioning unit to fixing the one you have to anything else that has to do with your air conditioning, they're going to be there for you, man, and they're going to do great, great work for you, covering all of South Florida. And this is a great part. When Melissa came in, the president, who's been, and her father owned his own company for 20 years, Melissa said, I take all the calls, and all the people I have working have been with me for a long time. We don't go through a lot of people, family owned and operated, great service, built on great service, and making sure you're taken care of with responsibility on being on time and doing what you say you're going to do. No surprises with Chill Zone AC. I'm telling you right now, matter of fact, if you're looking and you need somebody, call them at 786-378-2778. Tell them you heard it right here on 104.3 WQAM. That's chillzoneac.com if you want to learn more about it. Stay chilled with Chill Zone Air Conditioning today.
WQAM.
It is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
All right, Woody, down the stretch we go, man. What a story, this Canes basketball team. What a bounce-back year. 12-4 in the ACC with that win over Boston College, and now 23-6 on the season with 2 games left, man. What a turnaround Jay Lucas and that staff have been able to do. Matter of fact, Andrew Moran, Canes assistant coach, director of player development, joins us this morning. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm good, Joe. How you doing? Thanks for having me on.
No, man, it's great to have you. I love talking the high school stuff anyway, to be honest, man. I do a 4-hour show and everybody be pissed off at me talking about high school so much. Hey, listen, there's a lot of great stuff to talk about. First of all, working with Jay Lucas, first-time head coach, what's that been like being on the staff with him? And I always wonder what's been different about him, especially with today's players. It's so different.
Well, just as far as the staff goes, I think he does an excellent job just allowing us to show our value and have a voice, within the team. And then it's the way he communicates with the players and the relationships that he has with the players. And you could tell that he really connects with them and the belief that they have in him and the trust they have with him. So, I mean, I think he just does a great job communicating.
Hey, you know, it's funny, Andrew, and Jay Lucas says this, and then I was looking at some of your stuff as you get ready to start the season and you watch everybody and you kind of see what everybody's role and you tell them what their role is going to be. And Jay's one of the first guys I ever heard. Not that we don't all know usually who's going to be leading the team in scoring and rebounding, but Jay Lucas came out and said, you're going to be the top scorer most likely. You're going to take a lot of shots. We need you to defend. That's what you – and kind of pointed to everybody what they do best, and that was expected, and then anything else we get is gravy. Never heard that before.
Yeah, I think that – and that was early on when he did that, and I think it just helped everyone kind of settle in and really, show their value as well as players, because – he kind of set the tone of like, this is how, and that's how he built the team. It's the way he recruited the team. It's the way he wanted to build it, top to bottom, as he brought in the bigs and built around the bigs, so he kind of already had that in mind. And then as all the players were there and we went through summer, he wanted to establish those roles right away.
Andrew, one of the great stories with this team's been durability, man, because it's not the deepest team for the first year. What you guys are doing. And I look at this thing and I'm going, man, keep your fingers crossed every game. But your guys have stayed as healthy as anybody in the country, man. Do you think a lot of that, because they always go back to the training, they always go back, are we doing something different than everybody else? What do you think? Or is it just lady luck of what's taking place?
Well, I think we've done a great job resting them when we need to rest and make sure they're taking care of their bodies. And then our strength coach, Zach, has done an excellent job, building up their bodies over the summer and then maintaining throughout the season. I think he does a great job. I don't know if you've seen our guys in person, but we got a pretty big, strong team. And then, we got Mark, who's on the training side and takes care of those guys and makes sure that they stay healthy. So, I mean, we've had some luck. Hopefully we can continue to have that, but I think we've done a great job, resting them and maintaining their bodies.
Andrew, I got to ask you, going back to your other job, what a great job and what a great run at Christopher Columbus High School in Miami with the Boozer brothers and the other guys that played on that team. It was unbelievable. One of the great runs to win a national championship, #1 ranking, going around the country and just beating everybody's rear end, no matter what city you were going to. Just incredible success. I always wonder, first of all, how good's the talent here in South Florida? Because I'm guessing you must have had a lot of guys wanting to come play on that team.
Definitely, and specifically in that last year's class was, as far as the talent down here in South Florida, was really stacked up. And then we got a lot of young talent coming up, and I think all these young players coming up, a lot of them grew up watching that whole Dwayne Wade and LeBron and Bosch era. And I think it's just kind of built into like the Miami culture now. It's not just, obviously football and baseball have always been pretty dominant, but basketball has definitely stepped up, and the talent continues to grow here in South Florida and all over the state, to be honest.
Yeah. So I used to hear this complaint, and I feel like I've done all these shows going back to Miami High and everything else. I've been on the radio here for a while, but the high school versus the travel teams, I always wondered, did you ever have trouble keeping your team together because they wanted to go play on travel teams or the AAU teams, or how did you deal with that whole thing over the last couple of years?
My guys, I think we built something special in the culture at Columbus where I felt like guys didn't really want to leave. I allowed them to play for whatever team they wanted to play for. I wasn't, really restricting them, but I think just the culture that we built at Columbus, not just as a team, but just the player development. Obviously, my background is player development as well. Knowing that they're going to improve and we're going to be in the gym consistently working, I think, that kept them around. But just trying to, we had some high-level players that wanted to play a high-level schedule. So as we got better, I just upped the strength of schedule, and I think that's also what kept them around, Sometimes guys want to leave to prep schools because I guess they think they can go play against better talent, but we just were like, okay, we're going to go around and play the best talent in the country just because that's the level we want to be at.
I used to hear this, and I don't know if it's true or not. AAU and some of these travel league teams like, hey, man, I'm going there to score. I don't want to hear about defense. I don't want to hear – I'm there to get my numbers up so every school in the country sees that man can score. Is that still a big problem or the number one goal for a lot of top players?
I guess there's still some players that try to do that, but, I actually coached an AAU team as well, and we didn't really have that. We had a pretty strong team, a really well-balanced team where guys really wanted to win. So we didn't really have that issue. I could see it sometimes, as I coached on those circuits, but I think it depends on how you coach and push the player in the right direction. Obviously guys think that they need to score to be seen, but right. If you could explain just and teach them like, hey, you're going to score within what we're doing, but they're still going to see you at the same time, then I think it works out. It just depends on how you present it to the kids. But yeah, there are some issues where kids are just looking to get their points because they think that's the only way to get recruited.
Andrew, you got a great reputation through the years, your ability to train players, which I'm always curious, what is it? I get a film study, how you treat guys. What's been the secret sauce for you as you looked at that you get the most out of players and see the improvement? Give me a couple of fundamental things for parents that might be out there listening.
I felt like I really connected with the players. Obviously, I'm coaching basketball, but really helping them understand to bring the best out of themselves. If they truly believe in what they're doing, obviously there's a lot of guys that work hard, but sometimes they don't have that full confidence. So I try to help them tap into the confidence, and because I think if they feel confident as a player, then that skill set that you've really been working on is going to be able to showcase at a high level. So yeah, it's definitely work on the court, but I try to build the guys up mentally, so that, they can stay confident no matter how the game is going, no matter how they're playing. So for me, that was the biggest thing, just building the guys up confidence in their mentality, knowing that sometimes the game is just not going to go the way you really want it to go.
Yeah.
But, I think also me having the ability to work with NBA guys in the offseason really helped me connect with my high school guys that were very high-level players. Obviously, Cameron Boozer entering the draft, probably going to enter draft this year and go high. But being able to communicate with NBA guys and understand them, how they work, how their brain ticks, allowed me to really connect with those younger players that are, eventually going to go off and reach their goals in the NBA as well.
Andrew, do most guys, do you find it like we used to have guys who would just work on their strengths and make their strengths even stronger? and we don't always work on our weaknesses, because it might be embarrassing because sometimes your weaknesses can be really weak. Is that tough, or are guys pretty good? You find most young guys want to really round their game and get it all consistent on both sides?
I would say most of the players that I work with really don't mind focusing in on their weaknesses and being better. Specifically Tyler Hero, I got a chance to work with him for about 2.5 years, and he didn't mind it at all. He really wanted to improve, so he was attacking all aspects of his game to try to really be the best player he can be. So with my experience, the players that I've worked with, they didn't mind it. They really wanted to go at it and attack it.
Hey, last question for you. How good's the talent right now in Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County in basketball for recruiting purposes?
I think it's really well. We're looking at a few players. Obviously we're getting one player from
Your
Columbus
school.
now.
Yeah.
Caleb Gaskins just got selected for McDonald's All-American team as well. But yeah, there's a lot of talent here in South Florida and all over the state, and we want to be able to go after them, So we got our eyes, and we're recruiting some of those guys, and hopefully we can get them to come down.
Yeah. Man, this has been great. Andrew, I really appreciate it, man, getting to spend some time with you. I've heard about you for a long, long time. I know you work with a lot of guys. You hang out at that old Miami high school gym a little bit, too. Is it still famous after all these years?
Yeah, it is. They're not as talented as they were, but, they really set the tone, for high school basketball down here and really set a good example that we can follow.
By the way, and I heard some of the games in the offseason are ridiculous. You go down there, you pay $20 to see some of those games. Is that true?
Yeah, at the Miami Pro League. I don't know if you have to pay. I think it's free, isn't it?
No, I'm just saying you would, though. I mean, there's a lot of great players that have come down there because and played. I know the Heat guys used to play down there a lot as well. Speaking of some of those guys.
Definitely.
Yeah. Hey, man, Andrew, thank you. Good luck, man, the rest of this year. What a great start. Great start here, year one, man. It's good stuff. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Joe. Thanks for having me on.
You got it. Andrew Moran, Canes assistant coach, director of player development. Man, what a run at Christopher Columbus. That was old Miami highlight. That what they did. Man, that was crazy. All right. Hey, listen, we've got a lot of stuff to get to here this morning as we continue on. We've got a lot of combine stuff. Omar Kelly's going to join us coming up here at 8 o'clock, and we'll talk to him a little bit. I think he's got an article out a little bit on what our general manager, John Eric Sullivan, needs to do. We'll talk to him. I tell you one thing he needs to do, and it's no secret. There's no secrets on this team, by the way. There is no secrets. We need to get back in a healthy salary cap position again after this year. Hey, right now I want to talk to you about Recovery Unplugged. Dr. Barry and the team over there, man, it's a new year, which means a fresh start, new goals, and a chance to reset. Listen, sometimes, man, we get in a funk and we can't get out of it, man. We all go through highs and lows now. Nobody's getting a hall pass on highs and lows. They're going to happen. The question is, when you get off the road, let me see, through drinking too much, maybe messing around with some drugs, going through some marital problems, and she's left, oh, man, you go on losing your job. You just get off the road, and now all of a sudden this one's got you down, and you can't do it by yourself. That's okay, man. If your mental health needs a comeback season, Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health is here to help you with a beautiful mental health residential program right here in Fort Lauderdale. They've helped over 20,000 people nationwide with expert care, music-based healing, innovative treatments like ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. Make this the year you put yourself first. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. New year, new you. Recovery Unplugged. Heal out loud.
Today's topics It's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody. What do you have for us today?
All right, Joe. For the sake of consistency here, we'll start with wrestling. And we had the Elimination Chamber over the weekend. Did you catch any of this by any chance?
Big upset.
Yes, it actually was a big upset. Logan Paul, by the way, got like 3 eliminations in this thing. I know you're not a huge fan of his, but he's the better of the two Paul brothers.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Randy Orton beating Cody Rhodes there to win the Elimination Chamber. So he's going to be in the.
I was shocked to see that happen.
Yeah, I think that was who I picked, but unfortunately, you can't bet down here on that. But anyway, so that will be the title match there. He's going to go play for the title match at WrestleMania in April at Vegas.
There you go.
So we'll be looking forward to that.
There you go. All
right.
Set up.
You seem very excited.
Yeah, it's great. It's good stuff.
A lot of coverage of that thing. A lot of coverage.
A lot of it.
All right, Joe. We had the UConn women's basketball team finishing the regular season undefeated for like the 50th time.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's new there?
Yeah. They beat St. John's 85-49.
Is half the really WNBA players from UConn? Half the
I think it's more than half, 60%.
Man.
Yeah.
He's got a little old school the way he coaches, too. He gets after it.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good coach. All right, Joe. Speaking of good coaches here, Michael Jordan just won another NASCAR race. Did you see this? His guy, Tyler Reddick, has won 3 straight races to start the season. He's the first ever to do that.
Man.
And MJ gets all the credit.
That's right.
Probably, right?
MJ says, I couldn't figure out that basketball as an owner. I got this one figured out.
Yeah. There you go. All right, Joe, and how about this one here? Kevin Willard, who is the coach of Villanova, he spent some time with Rick Pitino in a game against St. John's. So talked about working with Rick. I know you have some Rick Pitino stories or
I'm fine.
No.
I'm fine. I'm fine with.
So
I let everything go.
Here's what he had to say.
You said that you worked for him for 10 years and you can imagine what his practices were like. In your experience, after a big loss, what is Rick like at practices?
I'm not bull. I don't have hair because of him. I had a full set of hair when I started working for him. Like it's the most miserable experience in life. Like you fear for your life every day. And everyone laughs when I say that, but you think you're going to get fired, and it's miserable. As he's gotten older, he's probably become more of a cranky old bitch than he was when I worked for him. But you literally fear for your life. Like you walk in, he walks into the facility, he's walking in at 6:30, and you've been there since 5:30, thinking you have everything right, and he comes and he asks you the one question that you don't know, and it's like. He's that intense. He always has been. He's got the most energy of any coach I've ever been around. I think that's why he's got 900 wins and national championships, because he does it better and more intense than anybody.
All right. Wow.
What do you think? I mean, look, the guy does have a lot of wins.
What do you, I don't know, man. That's so old. I mean, it sounded, what do you think it sounded like? We were just talking about this, right? Weren't we just talking about this? It's like, yeah, that's the old school deal right there.
You got a lot of wins stacked up, but now people are going to remember you as that. But
Coach Shula used to get asked all the time, like when he retired, those guys literally would torch him, like, "Oh, hey, coach, like you were like over the top, man." And he goes, "Man, I did what I thought was best for us to give us the best chance to win. That's what we were there for, to win. And I was trying to get the most out of you guys so we can win more games." That's how I justify whatever I did. And there are no apologies. So if you think you're getting an apology 20 years later, not going to happen. Different time, Woody.
Well, Joe, I got one more for you here. We got the.
You went dead on me for a minute. You scared me.
Well, I was waiting for you to finish
there's
your
nothing to say. I don't know what to say, man. It's like guys lose games and they're pissed off, especially when they got really good teams.
All right. Well, we got the Jack Hughes Golden Goal puck. It is not going up for auction. All right. This is actually, if you want to see this, it's the most important goal in U.S. men's hockey hockey in the last 45 years, they say.
Yes.
If you want to see this piece of American history here, Joe, you just have to go to Canada. It will be on display at the Hockey Hall of Fame, which is in Toronto.
That's kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, so that's where you'll be able to see it. The only more important puck, they said, might be from the game-winning goal in the 1980 U.S. Olympics, but nobody knows where that puck is. It's missing.
Really? Somebody's got it.
Somebody's got it.
Somebody grabbed it and said, this thing's going to be worth some money.
I don't know how you would verify that at this point, but
I don't either. But
someone definitely has it, right?
Somebody definitely. It's not like it got lost.
Yeah.
Somebody's got it. Well, I'll tell you, nowadays, guys grab stuff. They know the value.
By the way, both pucks will be there. The game-winning goal from the women's team will also be in Canada as well.
Both great goals, by the way.
So you can see both of those pucks. If you're a hockey fan, you can go to the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto.
Well, I never thought we'd say that the United States is caught up to Canada in hockey. Do you ever? Seriously?
No, probably not. Well, those other countries were better than us, too, for a while, weren't they?
Well, one of the countries that's going to be really good, I don't know if they ever get to play against everybody again, probably would be Russia.
People are down on them?
No, they're not allowed to play in anything. What do you mean they're not down on them?
Well, no, that's why they're not allowed to play, right?
Yeah, not.
Yeah.
The rest of the world's not letting them.
No.
Hell, the guys in tennis, I told you this thing in tennis, right? They're not allowed to put Russia when they put the flag next to who everybody's playing. There's just empty.
Well, doesn't everyone there take steroids?
I don't.
Isn't that their big problem? Didn't they have like a big steroid situation?
Wasn't that the Chinese swimming team once? It could have been Russia. Yeah, it could have been Russia. I don't know.
Ever since Rocky IV, Drago using steroids.
Yeah, there you go. That movie. Yeah.
He did use steroids. I'm guessing Stallone used steroids too. Maybe.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Yes.
He got pretty big in those movies.
Big, yeah. He might have taken something to help him get a little bigger. Yeah. You happier now?
But it was okay in that time, right? Like was it frowned upon or just everyone was doing it?
There was a time when steroids and cocaine were accepted. Yes.
Is that the mix? Is that the cocktail?
No, but
jeez,
a lot of guys doing steroids in the 70s.
Okay.
Those gyms, you go to a gym and work out. We didn't have nice facilities, so we'd go to gyms and work out. There are some big dudes there, and there are a lot of needles in the garbage can.
When people take that pre-workout stuff now, that's child's play compared to what you guys are doing.
The gym I was at down in A1A Beachfront Avenue in Fort Lauderdale, we had some muscle heads in there. We had some dudes that were getting after it. Anyway, yeah.
Did you ever get offered steroids in your playing day?
Look, I've been very honest about everything.
I know you have.
I've never done steroids. They scared me. Although the other stuff didn't scare me, but that one.
I got to tell you, if I ever found out that you did do steroids,
never.
It would be the most disappointing, fraudulent thing.
Yeah.
Because you have been very hard on the steroid people.
Well,
you killed Lance Armstrong since I've known you.
Well, I just killed his stuff because he just blatantly lied. Not the fact that he did it.
But there's a bunch of the baseball guys you don't like.
There's another guy. There's a guy that went to UM. Buried. People lost their jobs because he jumped up and down and accused people.
Oh, yeah, Ryan Braun.
Yeah.
But a lot of those guys, though, man, you deny. You got to deny and at least see if it works. Like, see if people are buying it.
They did. Damn near every one of them's denied, right?
We've heard the most incredible excuses, though, over the years. You got to admit, like, the excuses keep getting better and better. Like, I'll be like, I didn't know what I was taking.
Well, that was Barry Bonds. He said he didn't know.
We just recently had a guy that was like, said the bottle was mislabeled or something, right?
Yeah, that might have been
That was baseball.
That was Ryan Braun, I think, the ones that said
Did he hit
guy,
us with the thing?
The poor guy that was taking it from one location to the next
Yeah.
on the test. I think they cost that guy his job probably for that. But yeah, I think that the Roger Clemens the best of all time. That his trainer was giving that stuff to his wife. He threw his wife under. Honey, you got to take a hit. I'm going to take good care of you, and I love you, but you've been taking this stuff, okay? That's the story, and we're sticking to it. Hey, speaking of all that stuff, we've got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning as we continue on here with all kinds of stuff. We got Omar Kelly going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll talk a little bit about the Dolphins coming out of the Combine. But right now, I want to talk about the doctors who, by the way, been at the Combine from Baptist Health, South Florida. Yeah, our great doctors that do great work every day. What a sports medicine program Baptist Health, South Florida's put together. Where do the pros go? I get that every day. Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Miami Dolphins all trust those great doctors. FIU, FAU, most of the sporting events down here all use Baptist Health, South Florida doctors to take care of all of our big events. A lot of our teams down here. How do you become a top sports medicine program? Well, that's easy. You go out, you get yourself the top specialists, the best team doctors, and the best facilities, and that's how you do it. And you put all that together, and that spells Baptist Health South Florida for you. And the best news is with 3 great facilities like Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium next to the training facility, and 595 and Pine Island in Plantation. Yes, the pineapple is healthy and ready to go for you. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. One go every day. One go every day. It's about getting all of us healthy, back out playing the sports we love the most. Dr. Swartzen, thank you so much there, brother, for everything you've done up at 595 and Pine Island in Plantation. You never know when somebody in your family's going to get injured. Thank you, doctor.
Visit us at DoralKia.com, starting with the Panthers, who fell to the Islanders 5-4. The Cats gave up the game winner with 31 seconds left. Next up, the Panthers will head to Jersey to play the Devils tomorrow night. Over to baseball, the Marlins will continue spring training against the Cardinals. The first pitch is at 1:05 from Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. And the Hurricanes had their third game with the Gators rained out. Miami dropped the first two in the series. Next, the Canes will host Bethune on Wednesday night. Finally, to enter Miami, who came from behind to beat Orlando 4-2. Next up, Miami will head to D.C. on Saturday. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to get into all the what ifs in terms of who we may acquire and may not acquire. I understand the question. Obviously, you know, it's no secret that we're in a bit of a strain salary cap wise. I think, you know, you can you can always do what you want to do within the salary cap. That means you have to kick things down the road. We're in a position, without speaking specifically, I think we're in a position where we need to get back into a healthy state within our salary cap. So yeah, I mean, I think anytime you look around the league, there are teams that kick the can down the road every week. So can you? Yes. Will we? I'm not here to say that.
Dolphins GM John Eric Sullivan there. It's time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
Man, he couldn't have handled that question, honestly, any better. John Eric Sullivan, general manager, talking about we got to get this thing cleaned up without taking shots at anybody, and that's what they're doing. Omar Kelly, Miami Herald Dolphins columnist, joins us. Has been writing about this a little bit going forward, but I think you agree, man, we got to get it cleaned up, and I know everybody still wants to know what's going to happen. I got hit with it about 400 times at the DCC on Saturday. Everybody were you out there, Omar? I didn't see.
I was. I did my first. I've always been there, but I never participated, and this year I participated.
Oh, man, that's great. With so many people, I didn't friggin' see you.
I know. There was a lot of people. It's such a big event, Joe.
That's great.
It is a phenomenal event. It is without a doubt probably one of the best things. I mean, they throw probably 5 huge events at whatever they call that stadium now.
Hard Rock Stadium. Jesus. Yeah, Hard Rock.
The Hard Rock Stadium. Yeah. I've been through like 8 names. Sorry, Joe. So Hard Rock Stadium, and that is one of the really, really great events. They don't, you know, obviously it's a lot of donors and a lot of sponsors and things like that, but that's not an event they make money. That's an event they raise money, $100 million. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is a fantastic. Everybody out there does just such a great job. Hell, I ended up staying and listened to the whole band and had myself a few cocktails and stayed around. It was a really good event. So I got to ask you. So John Eric Sullivan said we got to clean up first. You agree with that, right? That's got to be number one. Yeah.
There's not even an option, Joe. I always tell you about, you know, living off credit card. And that's what they've been doing the last couple of years. I'm not going to say who's responsible because everybody is responsible. And truthfully speaking, Steve Ross likes to spend big. He has told me flat out, free agency is his time to get in the game. I think they'll be conservative for a minute, but Steve Ross likes to win free agency.
Yeah.
So he likes to spend. But after a while, after years, we're talking about 5, 6, because it probably started in 2020 with Brian Flores. They've been spending money every year, but last year consistently, and borrowing off other contracts, which is like living off credit card, paying your mortgage and paying your car note and paying your insurance on credit card. And eventually that bill comes due. This is the year that the bill comes due. They don't even have $1 million in cap space, and they're cap compliant for the start of the league year. They probably got 3 opportunities to release players or shake them down to create cap space. If you trade Minkah, you get like $5.8 million in cap space, and I do expect Minkah to be traded. I don't know. He's not going to be cut because you just don't cut that.
No, he's too good a player. I agree.
Yeah, too good a player. You keep that till maybe the trade deadline. Somebody loses a safety, you move him then. But all these people expecting, like I hear Isaiah, something likely, I forget what his name is, the tight end. The Dolphins are going to pay him $15 million a year. I'm like, where? With what money? They can't even create that. They can't even create money to cut Tua. Like, that's how bad they are. That's how bad of a situation they're in.
So, Omar, let me ask you just to follow up to that, because he did say we could continue to do this if we have to, but again, we're going to have to pay more down the road when he was asked about Malik Willis and where he might end up. What's your thoughts on that from everything you've heard from him without him really saying anything, trying to leave everything open, including Tua coming back? What are your thoughts on Malik Willis?
They dropped plenty of hints, and I think that those hints were intentional to Malik Willis and his agent, who has shaken down the Dolphins about 17,000 times. He basically, they were saying and telling the NFL community, we're not bidding on Malik Willis, so y'all could tone down that price. And all of a sudden, you heard Malik Willis. You heard all the little agent do boys saying Malik Willis is going to get $30 million to. All of a sudden, Malik Willis is his market is sort of slow and dying down, and we might be taking $15 million a year. $15 million a year. I'm sorry, Joe, and I've looked at the film extensively. It's not hard. It's 6 games. I'm not paying $15 million a year for Malik Willis. I would struggle to give him $30 million in guaranteed money. And that's not to say that he's going to be good. He's not going to be good. I'm just telling you that the body of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, but a lot of his plays he's made with his athleticism and his legs, you do know he's the exact same size as Tua Tagovailoa. The exact same size. 6'1", 220 to 230 pounds. You run 10 times a game at that size, you're not finishing 17 games. That's just not what's going to happen. That's just not the reality of where you are as an athlete in this league, where these ends should be 6'4", 260 pounds hunting you down. Now, yes, Miami's got tiny ends right now, and only one really because it's only Chop Robinson. But you're not built to run and scramble. If I saw more as a quarterback, then I'd be more willing to believe it. But I don't. It's not there.
Hey,
good morning.
So I guess the other thing I want to ask you is the Tua side of this thing going forward. If they do trade him or release him, is it before sometime in March, or do they wait till that June date?
They are going to wait till June. Well, they will release him in March and will count as a June 1st if they release him then. I continue to make this argument to people, and I know you've heard it and you think I'm crazy, but Joe, it doesn't financially benefit you to release him. I could keep him on IR. And not even and not release him and save myself $11.1 million. I could just stash Tua for the year and say, hey, he's got a hip issue. We got to let him rest and whatever. Tell whatever lie you need to tell. But the whole cut Tua and create cap space. Cut Tua and lose cap space. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I know every Dolphin fan says, "Oh, he can't be around here." Well, okay, I'm going to financially strap myself just because I want to get rid of a guy.
Oh man, there's a lot of parts of this since you're kind of getting me baited into this thing. First of all, I think he's a big distraction to come back here with everything, because all you guys are going to do, every one of you guys, including you, are going to ask about Tua every day, because he's going to get all you guys clicks, because that's what he does. Tua is he is a clickbait number one. You agree with that or no?
Yeah, but I could just put him on PUP, NFI.
But what if he doesn't want to go and he says, I'm healthy, I don't want to do this?
Oh, absolutely. He's probably not.
Not going to do that. You're not going to put me on IR hurt. I got an ego, and I want to show everybody I can play. I'm going to go somewhere else. There's some jobs out there. There's 5 or 6 jobs, and he's telling his agent right now, and they're going back and forth going, I know I'm good enough to start at one of those jobs. You agree?
Yes, you're correct. And, to me, the first domino to fall is Arizona. Let's be real. Nobody wants to play for the Jets right now. Let's just be honest and candid about it. The Jets are a hot mess, probably the hottest mess in the NFL. Aaron Glenn sleeping through the combine, and I've been to the combine, so I understand how challenging and grueling it is.
Those 40-yard dashes, they're hard to watch. You fall asleep watching a 40, yeah.
It's the late nights, Joe. Don't be disrespectful. It's super late nights. After you finish talking to prospects, then you got to do the real business of the NFL, meet with the Drew Rosenhaus of the world and start tampering and negotiating and making deals. That takes you to 2 o'clock in the morning. Then you got to start all over again at 8 o'clock, Joe. Come on, man. It's not enough coffee for that.
No.
Do I want to get caught on camera sleeping? No.
Bad look. Bad look, especially when your team's bad. I agree. Bad look.
Horrible look.
That's a frontliner in New York, man. There's no question when you see that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I should have looked at the headlines for that day. Oh, they would have been magical. The clip, put him in like a sleeping cap and all kinds of stuff. Should have looked at what the headlines were. Somebody send that to me on Twitter.
So Woody and I have been going back and forth about Tua starting next year. I said there's a good chance he's going to start some games, even if he doesn't come in. Because
for who? For Dolphins or
for somebody, somebody in the league. Tua could start.
I don't know who it is. Arizona. It's not going to be Minnesota. Brian Flores ain't going to allow that. I know he ain't the head coach, but come on now.
What about when people say the Colts and I'm talking all the indoor facilities, the Vikings?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Colts, Vikings, Arizona's kind of indoorish. Colts, Vikings, Arizona, New Orleans already thinks they got a quarterback. I'm not necessarily sure.
Oh, they have.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
It's we got like 8 games? Come on, Joe. You know that's a small sample size.
He pretty damn good against us. He should have won that game. That kid dropped that number one receiver, dropped that ball down the sideline after Tua did that early slide and thought remember that he was dancing on the floor.
That's an early slide. Okay, yeah.
That was
you would hold
slide,
that against him. You would hold that against him. Yeah, listen. How many times did they tell you he got to keep himself available to the team?
No, I agree. I said that this morning. That was brought up this morning, but I'm not bashing. Tua because everybody else would have taken that money and done the same thing.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is these people who are saying like, "Oh, Tua got the money and stop caring." That's not Tua, man. That's not his DNA.
I said that same thing. I agree. I don't think he did, but a lot of people do think that.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is the arm died on him. He lost his velocity, and let's be real about it. We've never seen him play well in December. We've never seen him play well in cold games. I'm not sure he can. I at this point, there's more evidence that he can't than he can.
Is there a chance he's just been hit so much and it's finally from people he's got to hear about the concussion so much that it started to affect his play? Because he got where he could barely get outside the pocket. It was bad.
Oh, no. There's just a loss of athleticism. I saw that in the Washington game and when we were in Madrid, and like a 320-pound defensive tackle ran him down. And I'm like, what the hell? This has never been to it. Like, ran him down from behind. I'm like, this has never been to a day in his career. And something just happened where he lost all his athleticism. I feel like, I think if he's not doing every blood doping, every stel semen, everything that he could possibly cutting off sugars, if he's not doing all that stuff to try to regain his mobility and his athleticism and his flexibility, he's not the player the person that I thought he was. Yeah. Tua's not done. Tua will be back somewhere as a starter eventually, maybe not next season, but that arm probably needs to rest a little bit.
You think he had an arm problem last year?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think he entered the league with a very limited arm. And it's in the way it was put to me, it's like a pitcher who could throw 92 loses his fastball. Now he's throwing it 90 at 86.
Well, he never threw very much before a game. I always thought it was weird, and when he did, he kind of lobbed it. And then at before halftime, when he didn't throw it in the end zone, and I went, uh-oh. It was only a 50-something yard throw, and I was like, he can't reach it. He didn't want to show everybody he can't throw it in the end zone. He probably denied that, but it sure looked like it.
I had a secondary coach friend of mine who played him and basically said, yeah, we tell the cornerbacks and the safeties, you don't have to pass 40 yards. You just back up 40 yards. You can't throw it 45. Like you don't have to play man. You play zone all game. You could jump every route, because it's got no velocity on it. You don't have to, your safeties never have to pass 40 yards downfield.
Yeah.
Like, you can't play like that. You can't play the game. It's a very constricted area to play the game.
Can I get one to get you fired up this morning? So we got the draft, and we know how important the draft is. What if the organization goes, you know what? If Ty Simpson is there at 11 from Alabama, I know it's another Alabama, let's take him. If he's got a chance to be a franchise quarterback,
absolutely
I know he's
not.
only
He
got
does not have
15.
a franchise.
Okay.
No, he does not have a chance to be a franchise quarterback. Ty Simpson
He's going to be the second guy taken.
That's cool. That's cute. I like the kid from Penn State more than I like him. Kid from Penn State has tools, has size. Yeah, he didn't have a great season.
Yeah,
but,
right. Oh, by the way, he's got this and that, but he had a real crap season. But hey, and a lot of other guys that had crap games all went back to college.
No, not just that, but everybody, and this is the same thing like next year, where everybody's telling you how good the 2027 draft is going to be. I remember at this time last year, everybody was telling me how good the 2026 quarterback draft was.
I said the same thing. This was going to be a great class. That's right.
And Nessmeyer, and there were so many the kid from Oklahoma, the kid from Oregon, all of these guys, the kid from Tennessee, all of them were going to be studs, and all of them were duds. Like you can't, the Texas kid, the Manning, they were all duds, man. And so while I think they're going to go draft a quarterback and do it cheaply, and then do Quinn with him. I don't think there's an immediate fix and there's an immediate solution. Now, do I think that they'll bid for Malik Willis? I think they'll make an offer.
I do too.
A decent, small, not small, but responsible offer. I think the days of irresponsible
is a good word. That's a good word. I kind of like some of the things you said today. I do. I'm with you on some of these things. So that first pick, you a pass rush guy? Because man, I watch those pass rushes. Some athletic cats, man, at pass rush, and not just the two guys. There looks like there's 5 or 6 dudes that got a chance to be a double-digit sack guys in this league.
I hope that they take athletic ability as opposed to combine warriors like Chop Robinson. Chop Robinson had 15 tackles and 4 sacks his junior season at Penn State.
I'm from that school. I don't want empty stats on and
give me T-Rex, give me alligator arms, Ruben Bain, who is going to slide, by the way. He's gonna slide.
So why you got to say that about a guy from our? You know that just.
I love him.
His mom and dad are listening right now, and your ass just said alligator arms.
I am talking bad because I want him to slide, Joe. I am not even gonna lie to you. I want him to be a Dolphin. Please let every time I see a picture of Ruben Baines, his arms get shorter and shorter. I think they photoshopping it, Joe. Like there's no way. Look at every picture of him. His arms might not even pass his waist.
Yeah, I know.
Right now, Joe.
No, he's heard it all. He said, I didn't know I was getting hit with all this stuff when I got here. And he's been, he's had to hear that. So I just gave you a chance to make sure you cover up on a homegrown guy right down not too far from your high school.
No. I am drafting him with no hesitation. No, continue to criticize him because there's nothing to talk about within this draft, Joe, which is why I knew he was going to get beaten down. He was going to get beaten down because there's nothing to talk about in this draft, Joe. Tell me what's there to talk about?
Carson Beck getting booed by all those Indy fans who won the friggin' game down here, booing the guy while he's throwing the ball. It's unbelievable.
That was classless. That was unbelievable.
Like, really? You won the friggin' game. Like, what?
No, I think it's the Notre Dame people. Yeah, I don't understand it either. But, he looked good, though. I liked how he looked.
You think Carson's got a chance to be the 3rd or 4th quarterback taken in this draft?
Oh, hell no. But yeah, he's going to be a 3rd-day guy. But, you never know what can come of that. At the height, I think he's a 4th-round pick.
Yeah.
Height.
All right. Well, Omar, thank you, man. I appreciate it. You sound pretty fired up today. Just waiting. So we got free agency coming up. I guess we might as well just outside of Malik, we're kind of on watching everybody else in free agency. Next week.
They flat out said we're going to be bargain shopping.
Yeah.
They can literally only sign guys for minimum contracts right now.
We're going to have a young team, man. There's going to be a lot of rookie free agents on this team. There's going to be guys who would have been 8th and 9th round picks going to be on this team next year.
I counted the roster, Joe. I don't see 30 players who belong in the NFL right now. So you got about you got to add like 23.
Yeah. We're going to have some youngsters running around out there. Omar, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Omar Kelly, Miami Herald Dolphins columnist, joining us this morning. Right now, I want to talk about Recovery Unplugged. And man, a new year means a fresh start, new goals, and a chance to reset. And if you're going through it or you got somebody in your life that you care about and you want to see them get out of that funk, we have all been in it. And some of you not as bad as others, but hey, if your mental health needs a comeback season, Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health is here to help with a beautiful mental health residential program right here in Fort Lauderdale. Help you get back out on your feet, help you get rolling again, get you back on the track. They've helped over 20,000 people nationwide with expert care, music-based healing, innovative treatments like ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. Make this the year you put yourself first. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. New year, new you. Recovery Unplugged, heal out loud.
I'm Norman Powell of the Miami Heat. Listen to our games here.
First
right, welcome back. Hey, by the way, before we get going, I just want to let you know that thing Omar said about let him just stay on the team and put him on IR and hide him every day. Like, no, you can't. First of all, you can't do that. Second of all, there's no way Tua would accept that. No way. We're going to keep it on the team. No way. Yeah, that's – I let it go a little too long, but that ain't happening. They used to stash players years and years ago. The Raiders used to do that a long time ago. Keep guys on IR that they wanted to develop that were good players. They didn't have a spot for them. And the league put a halt to that real quickly on those type of things. Yeah. And by the way, that is, by the way, you do that, and there's no way. Tua would never like, hey, you're gonna stay here, and you'll get your checks, but just stay away from everyone. Like, what? No way. No way. No man would ever do that just to finish it out and have to show up and watch other guys. Just no way. Not going to happen. Anyway, all right. We got a lot of other stuff, excuse me, to get to. I brought this up early this morning. I don't know how many people saw it. Yesterday afternoon, getting close to dinner time, I turned over to see where the PGA Tour was. I knew it was heading out to the east. They're done with that West Coast swing, and they're in Palm Beach. And I also wanted to see who was playing, because even though Jack Nicklaus is involved in the PGA National event up there, and they want his name on it, thinking that all the players would play because nobody would want to let Jack Nicklaus down, and he's the greatest player of all time, got more majors than anybody, and he lives up there, and a whole bunch of players live up now, and a lot of them didn't play, just so you know. Took the week off to get ready for Arnold Palmer's tournament, actually. But anyway, also I go, wow, this is good, man. Turned on, there's 3 holes left, so I'm watching Shane Lowry, who I really like. I love all those guys over there, man. Beer drinking, fun loving, damn good players. There's a group on when they play in that Ryder Cup, and those guys, they are mofos, man. They are good. They're damn good players. So Shane Lowry has got this 3-stroke lead over some guys you don't know a lot about. Nico Echeverria is no relation to Joe, but Nico Echeverria is he ends up winning the tournament, $1.7 million. But Shane Lowry's got this 3-stroke lead, and you're watching. I go, well, let me watch him. I'm always curious when I watch golf to see on a Sunday on the back 9 whether somebody's trying to catch somebody or somebody's trying to hold the lead of how they play. And I know it's windy up there. I know it can be rough. And so I was curious. So I watched Shane Lowry. I couldn't have been on it for 2 seconds, and I watched him double bogey and hit it straight right into the water on 16. So makes a double bogey. Now he's got a 1-stroke lead going into 17, where he makes another double bogey and hits it straight right again. 2 of the worst swings Shane Lowry's ever made. Like, all of a sudden, a guy that's been around, been clutch, makes 2 bad swings that end up, and by the way, they weren't close. They looked 12 handicap-ish, like to the right. So the 3-shot lead is done. Echeverria makes a beautiful birdie on a real tough par 3 and goes on, makes par in the last hole, and wins the tournament. So Shane Lowry at the end of the tournament makes a double bogey on 16, double bogey on 17. And so now I got to stay around because I want to hear what he has to say, right? And man, he was a stand-up guy. Got up there and like, hey, man, and so the writers are like, hey, you've done this before. He goes, no. I got beat before. I know the event's over here. I got beat. Some guys beat me. Today, I gave it away. And he was hurting, man. Then they were bragging, man, like, I always got his daughter here with him. The whole family's over here. Everybody's over here, and wanted to be here for the birthday and all this stuff. And the guy just double bogey. First time on the PGA Tour, he's made back-to-back double bogeys. I was thinking, wow, I've done that. One of the reasons I quit playing, there was too many double and triple bogeys. And it's not fun when the guys you're playing with, even playing for money, tell you, Joe, just go pick it up, bro. We're taking your money. We'll just let you know what you owe us when we get to 18. I got to quit because I sucked every day. It was terrible. But, man, that was wild to see Shane Lowry, who's a damn good player, go through that. Ends up tied for second, three-way. But, yeah, that was a wild one to see, like, Shane Lowry go through that. Man. Anyway, besides all that, we've got a lot of other stuff to get to here this morning. We're talking about workouts and got some unbelievable. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know how good this draft's going to be, but I got to tell you, I've never seen more fast dudes in my life. It seems to me 21 players, 4.39 in the 40 or better, including 3 guys under 4.3. We're going to start adding wings to this thing, man. There's going to be some takeoffs because these dudes are flying. And I've never seen more guys in the 250 club run fast, too. That defensive end pass rushing group, I don't know how good they're going to be in the NFL. Looks like it's a good class besides just the UM guys. But those guys, man, look like a few of them been running track. They look so damn fast. Anyway, we got to go to break. More stuff to get to here this morning. Right now, I want to tell you about your South Florida Chevy dealers. I like to pick an MVP every day, if you don't mind. Chevy probably won't like this, but hey, when you've been around and driving Chevy for more than 20 years, I think I have that right. I've owned a few. Matter of fact, the MVP of the day for me is a Traverse today. Yeah, I'm driving a Tahoe, but I'm about ready to get myself a Traverse. I'm downsizing for the first time in my life, not just at home, but yeah, in what I'm driving. I've seen enough Traverses. They are ridiculous. They're so nice. Hey, when it comes to cars, trucks, and SUVs, man, you're starting to look around. Stop by your South Florida Chevy dealers here in 2026. We got some great looks, man. Got 100 years of experience making trucks. We got an SUV absolutely perfect for you as well. And those Corvettes just get sexier and sexier every year. But I got to tell you, the new 2026 Chevy Blazer, man, it is fantastic. A perfect mix of capability, comfort, and confidence. Everything you could ever want. This midsize SUV is spacious enough to accommodate a big family, yet doesn't compromise any style. Got everything you ever want when you stop by your South Florida Chevy dealers. 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Together, let's drive into the new year in a South Florida Chevy special.
WQ
Log in to the free Odyssey app from now until March 8th and listen for 1 hour or more, and you'll have a chance to win. Come back the next day, and you'll get another chance to win. One chance per day. Winner receives airfare for 2-3 nights, hotel stay, and tickets to see Metallica at the Sphere in October, all thanks to Q Prime. For more info, go to Metallica.com. This is a national contest, Joe.
All right, Woody. Thank you. And
we also have tickets to see the Heat and Pistons on March 8th.
What?
We can give those away at some point here. Our boss told us to do this at 7:20. We've clearly missed that.
Did he just send it to you?
No, he sent it last night, but I don't usually pay attention to the times he puts on.
So yeah, the Pistons, that's a good one.
When do you want to do that?
Hell, let's talk a little bit about the Heat anyway, man. Nice. One of the best wins of the year for him against Houston, and who's 37-22, actually a 3 seed out west right now. So the Miami Heat, they got some great wins. You're right. Bam said this is not coming from me, man. They're all over the place. They can look bad against bad teams and lose, and then hell, Utah tried to lose, not playing their guys, and still won. Then they turn around and they beat Oklahoma City. They beat the Knicks. Now they beat Houston, and a real good win. And I hope Spo sticks with this. Bam had 24 and 11. Kel'el Ware got 29 minutes. Kel'el Ware must get up. We're going to – I don't know if they got a sports psychiatrist or psychologist over there. They're going to need one for Kel'el Ware because he got 29 minutes. He goes, what? 29 minutes? This is great. 13 points, 15 rebounds in 29 minutes. And so that was good to see those guys playing together. And but you got Brooklyn Tuesday and Thursday. You got to win those games. This is a Brooklyn 15-win team. You got to beat them twice, Tuesday and Thursday. Get to 5 games over. And still, it's there if you put any kind of consistency together, not to be a 1 or a 2 seed, but to get out of the 7 and 8 spots. Get one of those top 6 spots. So anyway, we have that. But yeah, we'll be giving away tickets here in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll come back and we'll be able to have somebody get some tickets to watch. Pistons got a really good team right now, man. Really, really good team. And it's be fun to see that. When they seem to play at home, when they play against really good teams, they get up for it and ready to go for sure. So anyway, besides all that, man, I'll tell you what, the Panthers last night, we're running out of games. Everybody knows, first of 4 road games last night against the Islanders. And boy, that was a tough one. Tied it up. Reinhardt had a goal there with a couple minutes left to make it a 4-4 game. All right, going into overtime. We got a point. We got at least a point here with 31 seconds left is what he's been doing in his updates. They end up losing that game 5-4. So not the start you're looking for, and that's 2 straight. And need points, man. Just need to get points here. I believe it's still 8 back in the wild card, but they got a lot of teams they got to jump here to get back in it. So running out of games, and need to get it going. And then the other story, of course, is yesterday. I think yesterday was the last day of the combine. I'm not sure. I think it used to go into the Monday as well. But
how much did you watch, by the way? You didn't even let us know how many hours you watched the Underwear Olympics.
If I was just to guess, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours.
No, that's not that bad.
No, I didn't do it.
You were busy this weekend, though.
Yes.
Yeah, you had stuff going on. So
I did. I spent all day at the DCC. By the way, way to go. That was we got that figured out too. That I'm telling you, everything at that stadium is
Tua
good.
can't screw that up.
No, listen,
Right?
No, I'm not taking a shot. I'm not
No?
getting into that, but it was a great event,
You're not
man.
getting into that.
We got so many people. People are complaining that there's just so many people.
Oh, they're upset there was too many people?
No, it's a great event. There's nothing bad. It's hot. I mean, it's warm. It was a warm one out there on the track.
Was it hot?
Yeah.
It's early morning, though, isn't it?
I walked in the very back. I couldn't catch up with my family. I had all my in-laws there.
Yeah.
And they're out in front. And the kids took off and ran. Some of my kids were running. So I ended up in the back. Literally.
Did you behave? Or people asking you questions?
No,
about
I literally was in the back.
stuff,
No.
You were just walking quietly in the back.
I was walking with some friends, but it was great. It's a great event. Then you go up, kick back, saw a lot of people there. A lot of great stories there. People have been through a lot of different things with cancer. And I had a great time. I really did. It is really unbelievable charity event, and it raised a ton of money again. So it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just so cool to see so many people out there for that event. So we thank you so much, man, for what they're doing for Sylvester and all the research that they're doing for cancer and everything else. So just a really, really great event. A lot of people from UM and a lot of Miami Dolphin people and everybody else, man, that just wanted to be part of this, that did some fundraising to come out and be part of it. The staff over there, it's not the biggest staff. It's incredible how they put this thing together, though. It's organized. It's great. And again, you got people, a lot of people, man. It was packed. It was packed. Unbelievable. I think there was an accident out in front. Somebody got in a car accident or something on the road. So anyway, we just want to make sure and thank everybody for being part of it. That was really cool and great to have you. So the other thing, of course, that we're going to talk about here a little bit was Carson Beck throwing. I don't know where Carson. I'm rooting for Carson though. Can't speak for everybody out there, but I look at what he's been through. Whatever it is that rubs everybody the wrong way, and I know was it a Ferrari? What was it that got ripped off, stolen?
I don't know. I think he had two cars down here. But look, man, if you go to the combine in person, you probably need to reevaluate what's going on in your life. But if you go to boo someone at the combine, like if you got time in your Saturday to go sit in a stadium and watch guys run around in spandex, and then you boo them.
So the guy's dropping back and throwing.
What's wrong with these people?
I don't know. Somebody, Omar thought it was Notre Dame. It was Indiana fans, but I don't know why.
Well, they both probably hate him. They're both in Indiana.
No, I know, but I was just thinking.
But they both
Indiana,
probably. But Indiana shouldn't dislike him.
He didn't shake hands with everybody after the game.
Who cares?
So anyway, he ended up throwing the ball really well.
I can understand why Notre Dame wouldn't like him.
Do it. He did everything. He did interviews. Talked openly about everything, and I saw him interviewing, and it was like, hey, what happened with Georgia? Listen, I made some mistakes. There's no question about it. I could have handled some things better, but yeah, they've. He took the high road on everything because you start taking shots at everybody, and everybody's going to read into it as an interview, and everybody wants you moving on. And I thought he threw the ball really well. I do. I thought he made some nice throws, big arm, throwing it down the field, hit a guy in stride, a couple of throws. So,
what's with people, man?
That's
really weird. You agree? To show up to something like that and boo?
Yeah, I thought it was weird.
I think showing up to that thing in the first place is.
Well, they just start. I don't know how many years the fans. It was something fairly new now.
How many fans were there? Like, did you get a chance to see? Like, I didn't see that
packed.
much of it.
It wasn't packed. It wasn't like there's 60,000 people at the
because it's a special type of person that is
there are a lot of people
want
to go out there and see their favorite college guys. And
really,
it is weird though. Yes, it is.
It's very weird.
I love 40s. Come on, honey, we got to get there. 40 start in 10 minutes.
Honestly, like if I wish I had that kind of free time,
but
on a Saturday,
what
go out there and watch something like that.
The coolest thing they do of all the things, and this may not say much about my life either on the combine. They match up fast 40s with guys that ran in the past at the start, and against a guy that is running in this class, and they show him stride by stride for 40 yards. Just the technology is fantastic. Just sometimes they'll put three guys next to each other and how they finish the race with the times that they ran. And
that's why they do it, just entertain you.
Yeah. But listen, some of that stuff's hard to watch. Like I don't want to sit and watch a guy.
Some of it?
Yeah. Like watching
hard to watch.
Watch the linebackers and the pass rushers drop back in coverage and try to catch the ball. That's hard to watch. And the guys, I give them. Hopefully we're going to have Charles Davis on because he was up there on the broadcast for NFL Network going, oh yeah, he's and they're trying to break this thing down of what the NFL wants to get out of this. Watching him, like, look at the guy, he got 15 sacks. And you're worried about him dropping back to see if he can catch it? All these guys are going, I just hope I can be a pass rusher because you're not paying me to drop back into coverage. Some zone blitz. Probably happened a little bit, but that's not number one, man. That's not number one. Hey, Woody, we got to go to break. Got a lot more stuff to get to. Hey, by the way, too, our condolences go out to Dominique Ponder from Carroll City High School, quarterback at Colorado, the backup quarterback, got in a car accident and passed away at age 23. It's a sad story. I know he's from Carroll City High School, and, man, just condolences to the family. Just terrible thing. Got in a car accident and passed here in the last few days. All right. Hey, on that note, going to something that got to tell you about what's going on with Mike Okatsi at Choice Mortgage. Yeah, always talking about Mike Okatsi. Hey, I need some help. Credit card debt consolidation, maybe. Property taxes, HOA dues, assessments, judgments, liens, reverse mortgages. If you're 62 or over, you and your spouse, and have a lot of equity in that home, boy, I tell you what, there's a reason reverse mortgage is so popular because you get all that money, have a place to live, but yet could really use it and pay these things off. Boy, I tell you, Mike Okatsi gets them done quickly for you. First-time home buyer programs with little money down. He's got that for people just starting out. I just can go on and on about debt consolidation and need cash. Mike Okatsi at Choice Mortgage can do it for you. You're sitting there with a lot of equity in your home. Let Mike Okatsi take care of you. Go to Google reviews on the web, Choice Mortgage reviews. Mike Okatsi at Choice Mortgage has been around for 30 years. He's really about great experience and great service. That's what it's about. He's been doing it a long time. Even on the weekends, you can get a hold of him, get the process started. He's always working. You can call or text him, 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730, MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender. The man works 7 days a week, and he's ready to help you get that mortgage and get that money to take care of some of these bills that are really stressing you out right now.
Today's topics are sponsored
Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com, starting with the Panthers, who fell to the Islanders 5-4. Cats gave up the game winner with 31 seconds left. Next up, the Panthers will head over to Jersey to play the Devils tomorrow night. Over to baseball, the Marlins will continue spring training against the Cardinals. The first pitch is at 1:05 from Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium, and the Hurricanes had their third game with the Gators rained out. Miami dropped the first two of the series. Next, the Canes will host Bethune on Wednesday night. Finally, to Inter Miami, who came from behind to beat Orlando 4-2. Next up, Miami will head to D.C. on Saturday. Joe, we'll toss it back to you.
All right, Messi with 2, man. 2 goals. He's back. I gotta tell you, he still wants to be great, man. I give it to him. Everybody keeps waiting to go on that old guy tour where he jogs out there and plays 5 minutes, man, and he is all in, and he damn near scored about 2 other goals in that game. Just a nice comeback for them, 4-2 win in Orlando. So good stuff there. All right, so got a bunch of stuff going on here, and I think everybody got a pretty good idea. I think our general manager for the Miami Dolphins has really, really done a good job of letting everybody know. Might not like it, but John Eric Sullivan, and it's a consistent message. It's not trashing anybody. It's like you guys know what kind of shape we're in with the cap, and it's got to get cleaned up. We got all those things you guys been saying. It's got to get cleaned up. And and he does, giving our fan base and the media a pretty good idea of what they're going to do. Like, we don't have a lot of money. If you're looking for free agency's coming up. I don't want you mad every day when you see a guy, getting all this money and going to a new team. And there's a lot of teams that got a lot of money right now that are going to be going after guys, trying to improve their team. And we're going to be looking to go on the cheap, or we're going to do it through the draft. And if it's not the draft, it's going to be right after the draft for undrafted rookie free agents. So, and I think he's handled it great. This not an easy situation, but at the same time, if we weren't like this job probably wouldn't be open for John Eric Sullivan to come in. But he's talked, he said it more than once, we need to get back into a healthy salary cap state that we're not in right now. It's got to get cleaned up. He's done a great job. That's it. March 11th is right around the corner. Free agency will be a big story as they start signing some of the names of guys that have been on other teams. They're probably going to see a few guys get released, which they can go to a team right away. For guys that get cut, can be some of those taking place. Teams are trying to trade them right now. If they can't, they'll release them if they need salary cap space. So all these things will be part of what's going to take place over the next week or week and a half with everything that's going on. Then the other question is this Malik Willis thing, and how does John Eric Sullivan and his head coach feel about Malik Willis? And if they do like him, how much money are they willing to spend? But it'd be stupid to think that they're going to give unlimited money to this guy. For the amount of work that he's done, there's no way in hell they would know for sure that he could be the guy if you start deciding to pay him franchise quarterback kind of money. Yeah, just going from 0 to 70 makes no sense of giving Malik Willis the money over a handful of games. So I don't know. And by the way, his agent sounds like he's doing a great job of making it sound like everybody's out there is interested. And there are 5 or 6 teams that need a quarterback. There's a couple more aren't sure if they have the quarterback or not, J.J. McCarthy. And looking to add a guy that, like, we'll give you a shot, but we're going to bring in somebody else just to make sure. So this thing will the only question I have, because they will find money, he has said if we have to, we'll get creative, but we want to clean this thing up. But if there's somebody that we really like and it makes sense, we might throw a few bucks out there to see if we can get him. And only guy I can think of is Malik Willis to come in here, a guy that they know better than anybody else. They've been with them in Green Bay the last couple of years. So Anyway,
couple of things for you real quick here. So we do have some Heat tickets to give away. I don't know if you want to do that now. Also, it is Tua's birthday today.
27 or 28?
Someone just let us know that. I think 27.
Not sure if he's 27.
I don't know.
28.
Either way, he's a little young
28.
for
28.
Is he now 28?
Yeah.
A little young for his arm to die, like almost the same. But
Happy birthday.
boy, that was tough for you.
Yeah.
That was tough for you to
It
say
was.
happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. That was the angriest happy birthday I've ever seen
It wasn't
you
like
give
that.
out.
It was just happy birthday. Happy birthday, to hope you enjoy your day. Have some cake. That's it. That's all I said. Don't read into it. I told you.
Don't read into it.
I told you I was done last week. I'm done.
Huh. I just want to see if you would wish him a happy birthday,
I
but
said
in a nice way. I mean, you did not.
I said
that was
happy
not very
birthday.
nice. You could have been a little more sincere.
All right, let me see. It's his birthday. How are you going to say it to him?
I actually, I'm not going to wish him a happy birthday. I'm going to go full fraud on that. Come on, Joe. No, I'm just kidding. Tua, have a great
Come
day,
on,
man.
bro.
Appreciate
What
all
is
you've
that
done
about?
for us.
That's
Have a
so
great day,
weak.
buddy. No, just have a great day. It's his birthday. He's got a lot of money to celebrate with. He can go to any restaurant he wants.
See? Hey, man, don't get me going. That's not him. That's not on him.
No, but he can throw quite a party with all that money.
You can say whatever you want. It's not his fault.
I don't know if he has any friends, but he can throw quite a party.
Hey, let me ask you a question. If somebody did that and you had to do what he did to get
I
that
don't
money,
fault him for that. That's
Exactly.
not, no.
Okay, well, that's what I'm
That
saying.
one I definitely don't fault him
Okay.
for. But he does have a lot of money.
That's on mom and
So
dad.
if we want to throw a party,
That's
he
on
could.
mom and dad for giving in to the kids. That's all. Don't blame.
I don't know if he's friends with anyone on the team or anything like that,
I'm
but
sure he's got guys he's close to.
you think?
I don't know. I don't know much about him. I think he's an introvert. Stays
Did any of your guys throw birthday parties when they were playing? Was that a thing?
Yeah, some. It's a bad example because we did everything as a team.
Mm-hmm.
When
I
I
think
say
probably
that,
a lot of teams do that, though. They seem
I don't
close.
know. I don't see 10, 12, 14 guys going out to have a cold beer after.
No, but
after
I look
practice.
at the other quarterbacks. It does seem like there's at least like relationships.
We used to go to that place, Lums, and they had cold draft beers. They're the best after you sweat, after the second practice
Mhm.
during camp. And then during the year after weigh-in. And we'd have 15 or 20 guys at Lums. And then we started going to this place in Miami Lakes. I hope I remember the name. Was it the La Sabre? Anybody out there? Was it the La Sabre? There's a little club in Miami Lakes. A lot of guys lived in Miami Lakes back then.
The Les Sabre?
The La Sabre or something. It was in a little small shopping center. And
like L.E. Sabre?
I don't know. I
Is
wanted
it
to
French?
say some La Sabre or Sabre Club or something like that. Anybody remember? Anybody out there remember? Because a lot of people just come out and knew we were there.
Oh, yeah, the Miami Lakes nightclub Les Sabre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hot.
There you go.
It was hot. So back then, we had two groups, just so you know. I'll be very honest. We had a group that afterwards, the 15 or 20, and then guys would have a few beers, and then some guys would go home because we didn't have cell phones back there.
Yeah.
So mama could never get a hold of you or that girlfriend you might be living with. So we're going, hey, I'm going to head home. I told her this morning I'd be home. Then the rest of us, it was just starting. The night, that was just a warm-up. Where are we headed next, boys?
Texter said, could have just said, hey, Tua, have a dope day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a dope day. That was dope. My daughter's doing this sleigh thing. By the way, has anybody else got kids doing this sleigh thing?
No, not
Sleigh.
that one yet.
God, it's so sleigh. That's sleigh.
Huh.
Now I'm starting to hear people saying it, though.
Really?
You've never heard it?
That one I've never heard.
Jamie, you heard it. Jamie's a little younger than we are. Jamie, you've heard sleigh?
I've heard it mostly from the female population.
No, it's my daughter, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Sleigh.
Yeah, no, college girls my age, yeah, they say it. Your good friend Alex Earl probably says it a decent amount.
I'm not sure what exactly it means. Oh, sleigh.
Well, they're going to look back in like 10 years and be like, wow, I sounded really stupid. Which we
sleigh.
Well, I was part of the generation where people used to say fat. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, that's
P-H-A-T, fat.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fat.
yeah.
But not
That's
me. I
really,
used to go,
really
hey, man,
stupid.
grab a salad. You're.
Yeah. Someone said get him a farewell card instead of a birthday card.
Man, I had the only thing I was asked about with football out there. I was asked about the coach because he was out there. He said he's a good guy, great guy. He came out and he spoke for a second and was introduced to the group before for the walk and run. But second thing was just about Tua, because we had a lot of the clubs. You know those Dolphin clubs. A lot of them were there. Some of the podcasters, and Dolphins got a lot of podcasters and actually got a lot of followers. They were asking. And I said, man, I don't know. I'm like you know, hope they're able to find a new home for him because he wants, you know, it'd be dope to find a new home. So hopefully, what?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I think it was Tyreek's birthday yesterday.
No way.
Another one of our.
Those two might have got together.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. They seem like they love each other.
That's an interesting relationship.
I'm guessing they're not going to speak anymore. If I had to take a guess at that one. They don't seem like they're going to be hanging anytime soon.
You don't think they'll team up in Kansas City?
Tua would freeze.
Tua would freeze.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even be able to bring him out.
Oh, you stop.
No, if it's late in the season and he's the backup, they'd have to leave him in the locker room.
I'm not touching that.
No, it honestly works perfect because Mahomes is going to miss the first half of the season, so it'll still be warm for Tua to play those first couple of games, and then once it gets colder, Mahomes will come back and he'll finish the season.
Team's going to be 0-8. He's going to have to come in and clean it up.
So can I just say this? Because I told you last week I was done, and I want everybody to know that was Jamie and Hollywood that were just taking shots.
I wasn't taking shots. I was just saying this could be his next new home.
It's okay. You know, post a video of him wishing Tua a happy birthday with that snarl on his face. Foam coming out of your mouth. All right. We got to give away these tickets. You should. You should post the video.
Go ahead.
Happy birthday. You like snarl.
Happy birthday, Tua. What do you want me to do? I'm not close to him.
This vicious face.
Anyway.
Like you really hope he has a bad day.
I never
spits in his birthday meal.
I never said that. You know what?
All right, let's do the tickets. Caller number. What number? What number? What do you want to go with? You want to go with caller number 1 in honor of Tua?
Yeah. Because it's his birthday.
Yeah,
man.
Happy birthday, Tua. Have a dope day. All right. 305-567-0560 will get you some Heat tickets. That would be dope too.
I would love to know how many people that still work in that build. This would be the big test. How many people at the training facility have texted him this morning, happy birthday, number 1. Wish you the best.
Well, he's still technically on the team, so don't you have to?
No. I'm curious if the Dolphins put out like a happy birthday to
a good one.
Instagram post or something, because they usually do that for most players, I think.
I didn't even think of that.
So
that's a good one.
Boy, that's you social media heads only follow that stuff. I would never know unless Woody tells me everything. Just about Woody tells me about everything of like what's going on and what people are talking about.
So you don't go on social media, you just ask Woody?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
Woody, tell him the truth, Woody.
By the way, it's for the best because the last thing we need is this guy having access to be able to send out his thoughts at all times of the day.
Can you imagine if he was active on Twitter?
Wake up in the morning like, hey, man, what is Joe talking about on there? He's drunk tweeting again?
No. So I actually call Woody, though, sometimes. He gets a call. He'll be in the middle of something with his family. And I go, Woody, just a second here. What? Yeah, he's got to take care of that stuff.
Poor Woody.
So you don't think they go on there and like happy birthday to our practice squad quarterback Tua?
I'm not touching that.
Right.
You're not begging. You're not getting me in on any of that stuff.
Happy birthday, third stringer.
Atlantic Men's Clinic. You know what, dude? You've hit all.
No, he is. No, he's behind Zach Wilson on the depth chart currently.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson's still on the team, is he not?
I don't think so. Is Zach Wilson still on the team?
He's still on the team. Of course he is.
I thought it was a 1-year deal.
He's just going to show up to training camp. No one even knows. He's just going to show up.
Boy, I'm sure Zach's hoping for a fresh start himself. Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED and low T is nothing to mess with, folks. Nothing to mess with. V, my friend over there with the Dolphin shoes, give me a hard time about the ED, low T. V, I deserve it. No problem with it. I understand. Atlantic Men's Clinic has helped me over the last 2 years to get rid of ED and low T. Yeah, man, when your energy level is down, you're tired all the friggin' time, you don't enjoy your vacation, you enjoy your weekends because you're tired. And then on top of that, it starts to affect you because still eat the same amount of food and you're not active. You know what happens. Yeah, I gained a nice 20 pounds. It was terrible. I'll tell you what, I got on this program, Atlantic Men's Clinic, and I got to tell you, man, when the new sheriff came to town, things changed quickly. My sex drive is back. I'm chasing that wife of mine around again. Hey, things are good, man. Things are good. I've turned the clock back, and you can too. If you're going through it, and you will go through it because every man will, ED and low T are just part of life for a guy. And when it happens, it can mess with you. And if you want to get rid of it, it's not a problem. It's what Atlantic Men's Clinic does. They take care of it. Schedule a consultation with Atlantic Men's Clinic. You get your your PSA test. You meet with that professional staff that goes around because you have an appointment. They're there to answer all your questions, do that testing, get the results, and get you on a program real quickly. The number one question I get asked about Atlantic Men's Clinic, how long before it kicked in? And I know mostly guys are talking about ED. Man, when you got ED, it's terrible, man. You're apologizing to your wife and girlfriend. I don't know what's wrong. I'm getting old because I had no idea either. I got educated at Atlantic Men's Clinic. More importantly, they got rid of it for me. I'll tell you what, I feel so good. I want to tell the world. 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. A brand new one in Hollywood. I go to Plantation. Hello there. Call them today, 877-455-7300. Not good results, great results. And if you're going through it, nobody needs to know. Just make the call. Tell them Joe Rose is sending you over there. They'll take good care of you. Visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Get more information and set up that first appointment. It makes all the difference in the world. You'll notice it. Thank you, Atlantic Men's Clinic.
Today's topics are
1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. As you can imagine, for obvious reasons, the stock market not looking great at the moment. That's your report.
All right, Woody. That's a good way to
put it. On oil stocks, I guess.
Hey, real quickly here, Wood. I got to ask you, man. Basketball team, you didn't say much about it. 76-54, beat up BC. Now 23-6. Do you feel comfortable as of right now, even though you still got at SMU and home Saturday at Louisville and a tournament?
I've been comfortable for 2 weeks, but
they're in.
Oh yeah, now they're 1,000%. They could lose out and get in.
Well, let's get to 24.
They're fine. They're getting into the tournament. Now, if they win these last two, it'd be very good wins, and they would move up.
Would that get you a bye?
In what, the ACC?
Yeah.
Well, they're getting a double bye in the
Double
ACC
bye,
tournament, but we're talking about moving up in the big tournament.
Yeah.
So
hey,
get
listen,
a little more favorable matchups.
Jay Lucas, what a job, man! What a job! And by the way, I say that I hear people chuckle a little bit, like they're not a very deep team, and they have stayed healthy. Woody, you've seen how banged up this team's been for Jim Larinaga, and guys just didn't want to play. They were pouting to hold out because they.
That's the only concern with this team, and that you talked to Coach Moran about earlier. Like, they have gotten very fortunate that they have not dealt with any major injuries.
This is the healthiest team I can remember.
Yeah, but they really do need to make sure that no one goes down. I mean, obviously nothing you can do, but
yeah,
you can't lose a piece to this. Everyone's playing big minutes right now, man.
So two left before see what's going to take place and get to the tournament and
got a coach, got a lot of experience in that these tournaments, though.
Hey, listen, man,
you got some veteran players on this team, so they'll be fine.
He is not acting like a first-time head coach. I could tell you that.
He's
so
not.
Good stuff. He's been great in these tight games, and again, he knows exactly what he has. He told them. I love that. I don't know if I've ever heard a guy tell everybody what the role is going to be before the year, so there's no surprise once they start counting. This is what I expect. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Hey, we got Omar Kelly, Miami Herald Dolphins columnist, going to join us, and we're going to talk a little bit about the salary cap. We're going to talk a little bit about Tua and what might happen here, and also Malik Willis, who are the Dolphins going to make a run at him, and at what price if they do like him. So those are all things that we'll talk about straight ahead. Ty Simpson moving up, man. By the way, get ready for a lot of Ty Simpson talk today. The Alabama quarterback. I know what you're thinking. 6'1"? I don't know, man. Another Alabama quarterback might be the second guy taken in the draft. When do you take him? Everybody's saying his workout was really good. Anyway, we'll talk to Omar about that. That's coming up next.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by